sir. You are now watching Context Matters.
Yeah. What's going down? Y'all see my lingo changed a little bit. What's going down? Yeah. What's the word, my tribe? Welcome back to Context Matters, episode 38. Episode 38. We got 38 of these bitches going, man. Yeah. 38 of them. As y'all can see, man, I'm just kicking back, grooving, chilling, minding my business. I got my kids with me tonight. You know what I mean? I got 2 of my 3 childrens with me. And I'm just vibing. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to Context Matters, episode 38. Feels like this is becoming super routine now, super easy to hop on this joint and come kick it with y'all for the evening. It is different, though. I don't know if my audience is different tonight, but I'm used to my Sundays, and we here on a Monday. Monday Night Raw. A lot of WWE shit going on. Where you going, son? What you looking at? I done moved the pillow for you and everything. But yeah, man, we here, tribe. Thank you for joining me on a good Monday night. Again, I know it's different than normal. Y'all used to me on my Sunday night. Sunday night's a little bit more leisured, a little bit more chill, I think. I think Mondays kick off. There's a lot of shit going on when people start off Mondays. It is the top of the month. Bills is due, rent is due, and it's a Monday. It's a stressful top of the month. But nonetheless, we are here. The reason being is I promised my tribe that I would be present for y'all every week with Context Matters. So even though I missed yesterday, I made a promise to my tribe that I'll be back in the building, and here I am. I don't know where you getting that from, Westside 32. You already in here on my nuts. And I've been live twice a week for the last almost 2 months now. So just get your notifications on. Speaking of which, shout out to everybody who does have those post notifications on. Make sure y'all turn them on. I am live twice a week, Sundays and Wednesdays. I just missed yesterday because I wasn't present around my equipment to go live. But nonetheless, like a good tribe member that I am, I'm still live on a Monday night, man. I still decided to pop out with y'all. I got my kids with me, and we gonna have a good kicking stream. Like the words of Keem say, I'm gonna do a quick spin tonight. We do have a lot of shit that's been going on that probably could be discussed. I got a little bit of things on my list of things we can discuss. And I was gonna make it wait until next Sunday, but like I was just telling y'all, I'm trying to stay consistent, trying to stay on my streaming tip. Regardless of the evening. I know Mondays, like I said, are a little bit different than my Sunday nights. But nonetheless, we are here, man. And I hope y'all can bring me that energy. Bring me some topics to talk about so that we can add to the stream for this evening. You know what I'm saying? My girl, she was like, yesterday, she was like, are you going to make it in time to go live? I'm like, nah, I'm going to get there too late. I'm not going to go on that late. I still could have, but I was like, nah, I'm going to wait. I'm going to just pop out on Monday and try to just carry the topics over into today. Luckily, I did, because there's a lot of shit that went on yesterday that we can talk about today that I would not have been able to cover yesterday. So, but she was like, nah, you got to get on. And so I decided to listen to Miss Moneybags, and then here we are. You know what I mean? So shout out to my tribe. I got 40 people tuned in on Monday Night Raw. That's crazy. 40 people on a Monday. I feel like I got more people popped in right now than when I first start off my Sundays. But yeah, man, I know there's not much going on Monday nights in these YouTube streets, so I figured I'd be the one to bring y'all some content, give y'all some entertainment for the time being. So shout out to everybody who's tuned in like I always do. I check in with my tribe, all my people that popped in bright and early. Let's see who we got, man. We got Logo Secret in the building. We got 7 in the building. We got Blind to the BS in the building. All my mods in here holding it down. Truth Hurts. Damn, you already getting right to it, Truth Hurts. Shout out to you, my boy, for tapping in. Cameron Lang, Dishonors World. Who else we got in here? Steve O'Neal. Third Law, Mark Nasty, sleeping shit. We gonna address that. What you got to say? You got to say something too? Yeah, you gonna fuck them up, huh? You gonna fuck them up, they mess with your dad. You tell them. That boy look evil in the camera, don't he? Yeah, I got my kids with me tonight. We vibing. Who else, man? Truth Hurts. Steve O'Neal, Westside 32 said I was most inconsistent, but he said he was just playing. He was just waiting on me yesterday. I apologize I didn't give you that Sunday kickback. But we here on Monday, man. You know, as long as I'm here, that's all that matters. Fat Boy Heem says pray for Auntie. That's what I'm not doing. But we gonna get to that. You know what I mean? It's all WWE, right? T. Huncho said Apollo stand up. Most definitely. Shout out to my Apollo fam. Shout out to all my astronauts that come in and tap in with me as well. You are appreciated. Yeah, it's a quick spin. Steve, you know what I mean? I'm on my Keem shit. You know. When you ain't got much to talk about or you ain't got too many topics, you just do a quick spin. And, you know, that's no shade to my dog. But, you know, most of the time when I come and do Context Matters, I'm here for 3-4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, I don't know if I'm prepared for 3 or 4 hours, but my girl always tell me, you got this. You know how to talk. You know how to keep the conversation flowing. So we'll see how this goes. But nonetheless, in my opinion, this is a quick stream. Telly Prego, he's tapped in. Who else we got? Yeah, Logo Secret telling we got 45 tribesmen in the building, only 6 likes. Get them likes up, get them subscriptions up, get them post notifications turned on. Pro Neek Tony says stat, that's for sure what we gonna do. CB2741 says studeal. You heard me? Joshua, what's going on? I don't know what you in there talking about, but since you in the chat, what's going on? But yeah, as soon as I take my hand off this little nigga, he gonna lose his mind. Look. I'm surprised. He just proved me wrong. Normally, he be tripping out. Like, man, put your hand back on me. But yeah, man, shout out to my tribe. Tapped in. It's good. First 10 minutes of the stream. As y'all can see, the caption of this stream tonight of episode 38 of Context Matters is Monday Night Raw. Now, there's 2 hands that this could work. Monday Night Raw because it's Monday night and I'm about to raw dog this stream and I don't know what we really gonna talk about, but we gonna kick it. It could be Monday Night Raw because y'all know this world is WWE and there's been a lot of physical interactions going on in this YouTube streets. Monday Night Raw because it's Monday and I couldn't think of nothing else to title the stream. But nonetheless, we are here.
Context matters.
We are here. And I see there's been a lot of Rude Boy Stoner. What's the word? Big Guap. What's up, man? All my people tapping in. I appreciate you. 52 people. I'm glad y'all joined me on this Monday evening. But yeah, man, the streets is hot. If y'all want to get right into some of the shit, y'all can give y'all my commentary and my feedback on. We can. If y'all want to warm up the room a little bit and not just dive straight into the BS, we can do that as well. Y'all tell me what y'all want. You know what I mean? 7, yeah, man, you know the voice. Context always matters. Lewis says, sounds like you about to go off. Nah, I ain't about to go off. I'm not about to go off. But I will like to touch on some things because, and I like to touch on things different than some of these other people are touching on things, if y'all catch my drift. I don't agree with the way some of these niggas be touching on things in the real world. But I will like to touch on people touching on things. You know what I mean? It's I just got to because it's such a hot topic. And to be honest with you, I didn't really know about what was going on. I don't follow neither one of them weirdos. So I don't see no stories. I had to catch screenshots. I had to have people DM me. I had to catch wind of what was going on in Apollo's stream on Saturday. So on Saturday, I caught wind of some domestic disturbances going on in these YouTube streets. I mean, the real streets, but since we know them from YouTube streets, I caught wind of it. I had no idea. And then I found out, I checked with No Jumper. I seen Neme post about it. I seen Adam was trolling. I'm like, oh, let me get some.
Context matters.
Let me get some. Ain't no flocking. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because you tap in every stream, but don't come in here on that bullshit, man. You be on that bullshit in them Apollo streams. You be on that bullshit in them other streams. Don't come in here on that. Just sit your whole ass back and just watch. See, look, you already starting this shit. I wish there was faces. I wish there was a way I could click these profiles and just see what type of cornball ass motherfuckers be behind these pages. Because y'all be so, look, tell them, Simo. Yeah, tell them, get them. Tell them, don't be talking shit to your dad. Boy, let one of these niggas fuck you up, boy. But yeah, man, you know, I got to see who, I don't know who it is. It's a burner page. I'm just going to say salute to you, man, because you in here on my nuts every stream. They already heavy. I don't need too much more weight pulling down on these balls. But as long as you want to sit there and be on my nuts, you're subscribed, you're interacting, you know what I mean? That's my other son downstairs giving his commentary. But yeah, as long as you in here, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? And you going to sit back and observe and give me your feedback, then do what you do. But get off my dick. All right, so back to what I was saying. Yeah, man, I'm consumed by these YouTube streets a little bit. I got to stay in tune. You know, my Apollo fam and what they touch on is it kind of keeps me in the know of what's going on in the world. So I don't pay too much attention to the other streams from the old neighborhood. I don't see those streams. So I don't really know what's going on directly from there. All I can see is some clips here and there that I get looped in. Some links been sent to me that I get looped in. And I figured it's my duty. It's my duty as a journalist. Look, told y'all he gonna want attention. It's my duty as a journalist, somewhat, to actually give y'all my opinion on these topics. And like I was saying, like the chat is telling me, on his burner account, as the chat is telling y'all, there's been some domestic abuse going on in these YouTube streets, in these Long Beach streets, in these fuck nigga weirdo activity ass streets. And I'm just gonna freestyle my opinion. Now, this is all allegedly. I mean, I really don't give a fuck because ain't nobody gonna do nothing about what I say. But this is all allegedly. This is all just rumor report. But as y'all know, your boy Mark Nasty has been looped into a domestic dispute with saggy titty auntie, with fupa belly auntie. So you got no pussy getting, musty back ass nigga, Mark Nasty. And then you got saggy titties that touch her fupa ass auntie. They got a domestic thing going on. Now, I didn't know. We've always seen reports. This nigga mean mugging. We seen reports from a long time ago that my boy was finally trying to lose his virginity. And he was trying to get his rocks off with Bad Bill auntie. I don't know what ended up happening. I don't know if they caused a relationship or started a relationship or what caused this domestic dispute. But the word on the street is the nigga that gets no pussy tried to beat the pussy out of bitch. I don't know how factual this is. I saw the screenshot like y'all saw the screenshot. Bedroom smell like hot dog water. That's a little bit nicer smell than what I would imagine that intercourse would smell like. But nonetheless, I saw the screenshot of the police report or restraining order or whatever it is, just like y'all saw it. So I don't know if we call this a domestic disturbance, if we call this I don't even know if you can call it domestic. I think domestic means you have to be in a relationship with an individual. And from my inclination, nobody is giving Mark Nasty no pussy. So we all know his story about fucking rubber butts and, you know, not getting no ass. He done had like 4 girls his whole life. He makes music about getting pussy and don't get none. So he took it upon himself, allegedly, to try to beat a bitch up over it. I don't know. I don't know if we call it domestic violence, because domestic typically means you have to have some type of relationship with a person of the opposite sex. Or I guess it could be the same sex if it's domestic. As long as you're in some type of relationship with an individual, you can consider it domestic violence. Now, we all know my man's is thirsty and really is at this point down to do anything he can for some ass. He decided to rock him, sock him a bitch. Really, what I expected, what I think happened in this situation is Mark Nasty didn't decide to punch Auntie in the face. He was all on them titties. He was just doing this, just socking them titties up, making them, the bouncing bag. He was just doing a titty drum roll. Because them bitches swing to the floor. So I don't know if it was really considered like abuse, or was it my nigga trying to do some type of foreplay? Some type of foreplay. No flocking. I just told you I don't care. You ain't in here talking about shit. Everybody know you just be on dick. So I don't know if this was his type of foreplay. Was this his way of like, was a nigga too drunk? I don't know. What's y'all feedback? What have y'all heard, Tribe, about this issue that I haven't heard? Has anybody addressed this, or is everybody ducking the realness? Because we know if they are affiliated with that platform, they duck realness all the time. They be protecting what they want to protect. But I don't know. I haven't heard much more than what the screenshots say. He thought them titties was a punching bag. I'm telling you, 2026 grind time. What's the word? Yeah, that's a titty drum roll. Speed bagging them bitches. 448. He was hitting them motherfuckers. They was just. Cause ain't no way. Look, I'm gonna be real. If she ever gave the pussy to this musty back, gym bag, tar belly ass nigga, I feel really, really bad for this girl. Because ain't no way she's that desperate. You know what I'm saying? She got a horrible body, but her face ain't bad. You know what I mean? She got an okay face. I just don't see how she decided to lay down and open her legs for a nigga who can't even fit between them. Can you imagine that? Can you just imagine that intercourse? I just couldn't imagine that intercourse. I couldn't imagine the look, the sound, the smell, the sweat. Like, y'all really bumping bellies. What's up, son? My third son decided to join me. He thought I was leaving him out. You been down there asleep. What's down there? I just can't imagine what that would look like, smell like, sound like. And I just can't see the desperateness of Auntie opening her legs for this man. He's terrible. He's terrible. All the way across the board. You gotta stop repeating the imagery getting to me. Look, I'm telling you, if I gotta mentally see it, you gotta mentally see it. Just think about that. Think about Auntie on her back and them titties being in her armpits. just imagine and then they just doing this. And then he gotta lift his belly on top of her belly to be able to make room for the shit to happen. And you know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't care. You know this nigga was sitting there. He He's sitting on about 4 inches at the most. He's sitting about 4 inches at the most. So he already struggling trying to get it in. I just can't imagine. He be sweating when he dance. Can you imagine the perspiration coming down this nigga's back as he's trying to get in between the legs of flapjacks? I can just see them motherfuckers probably got a bucket of KFC on the side just in between time. And you know her shit probably black as hell down there. Can you imagine the music they would make together? Oh my God, take me out now. It's just a terrible imagery. It's a terrible sound. It's just a terrible smell across the board. But look, okay, I'm gonna quit trolling. I really want to know the details of this. All in the inner thighs, Big Guap. I'm telling you, bruh. Pause, Steve O'Neal. Pause. Look, bruh, it's certain people who just don't have, bro, you ain't getting no ass. There's a reason. He's insecure about himself. You know what I'm saying? He insecure about himself. And I'm giving everybody, stop, Simon. I'm giving everybody a taste of their own medicine because everybody has something to say about Stet, right? So look, I'm just giving niggas a taste of their own medicine. That's all it is. But I do really want to know, look, okay, all bullshit aside, let me just circle back for a second. I don't condone any sense of domestic violence. Now, there is catch-22s in these scenarios in which it's like, you can't just hit on a man and whoop his ass and do certain things and go above and beyond basic banter in relationships and not expect there to be repercussions. Now, again, I will say this again. I do not condone any man putting his hands on a woman in the sense of punches, blows, slaps. Now, if some shit is going on and you need to control the situation and move that big boulder of a bitch out the way and sit her over here and hold her arms from hitting you or something along those lines, if you need to like put a bitch on the ground so that she don't, fight you, hit you, kick on you, whatever. Now, they're both alcoholics. They're both alcoholics because they're struggling in life. They both insecure. Obviously, they need each other intimately because they're struggling on their own. But I will say, I don't condone blows to a woman whatsoever. If she's hitting you, you got to stop her. You can't just sock her. You know what I mean? Now, alcohol causes people to do things that they may or may not do when they're not under the influence. So there is some type of variables that can weigh in this situation. Emphasis on weigh, because this is a very heavy situation. So it's like, I don't condone that. I will circle back and say that. Somebody said it was a friendly phase. So you saying that she was throwing hands too? So, okay. This could go either way. At the end of the day, if you weigh that much as a man, you like 5'9", 260, you got to be able to control the situation and put her down without sending blows. According to her, she was getting punched in the face over and over. And me knowing the type of ignorance that she gives off and the type of like attitude she has, I'm assuming she contributed to this situation some form or fashion. So we can't sit back and just think put everything on to Mark Sloppy. We can't just put everything on him. We can't condone. Now, for the sake of me taking up for Flapjacks, we got to be honest and say we got to be on her side because he shouldn't have did that. But at the same time, in that catch-22, I'm telling y'all, she's got to be somewhat responsible. I'm not going to put it on him to think that he just was denied some pussy and decided to beat the bitch up. I'm not going to say that much. But I do think it was a two-way street. I think it was a two-way street. What we talking about fades now? Who talking about fades? We got some burners in here. It was a friendly fade. Pause. Pause, no flocking. You gonna stop getting my attention with this pause shit. When that woman was gonna spank you out, you was tucked. Pack it up, fam. What? Stop with these scenarios that y'all just be putting in y'all mind based off of what these motherfuckers be saying. Nick, some of y'all just be sucking dick and regurgitating cum from whatever they say. Please stop. Just stop. Shout out to Big Guap. Yeah. I ain't got no front face. I don't need no back face. It's all love, though. I appreciate you, gang. But look, we can't condone the behavior. We don't know what happened. We got to wait for details to come out. Y'all haven't told me if anybody's addressed it or got down to the details of it. This is just my assumption of the things that I've seen and knowing the type of people that these are. That you just have to kind of put two and two together. Unfortunately, it's these two meatball built motherfuckers, and put them together and just kind of, envision what could have occurred. Alcoholics, one nigga super thirsty for pussy because he don't get none. One chick that's obviously super thirsty for attention because she's not getting it, so she has to go to this nigga. Two horrible musicians, and they both come affiliated with that fat, sloppy Mucinex man. God damn. Has the Mucinex man addressed this? Has the motherfucking Ghostbuster Booger said anything about his two characters? Like, how do you manage two terrible ass artists and y'all be giving this nigga credit as if he's just some musical god in this industry? Shout out to my boy Square Biz.
Context matters.
He been coming through every stream with a couple $5, $10 super chats. I appreciate you, my brother. A little something for the collection plate. I appreciate you, OG. Thank you, brother. He said it's not his business. He said it's not his business and they tucked. Interesting. You got to expect that, though. When it has something to do with me, everybody got a motherfucking opinion. But now it's somebody that, you know what I mean? Like, it's a little funny, but nonetheless, you got to expect that. It's not his business. He's a bitch. He's super tucked at all times. But it's ironic that you got everybody over there in that room, in that community side of things is just obese. I don't know. Is it something in the water? Shout out to Court. Court, the only real one over there. You know what I'm saying? She the only one that's within proper body height proportion. Everybody else is fat, sloppy, stankin', and tucked up like they put them bellies in them belts. Can I beat it up? That's funny. That's funny. Hey, one way or the other, he about to get it. Damn, so other niggas was tucked up too? Well, I ain't tucked up. I'm going to address it like I've been addressing it. If you put your hands on a woman, you's a bitch. If you physically are harming a woman, you are striking a woman, you are punching a woman, you are a bitch. So all this tough guy shit that Mark tried to have with me at one point, sit your whole ass down, nigga. Because you put your hands on women. And then you got people who are supposedly around you that don't have an opinion on it, who are not addressing these things, tucked up. They pretty much an accomplice in a sense. So I don't condone physically putting your hands on a woman or striking a woman. If, like I said, if you need to defend yourself, and in my opinion, knowing how Flapjacks is, she's aggressive. She swears she's a gangster, but she got marked out by that girl on that one stream and then try to act tough once they got her out the room. You know how people act. So to me, it's like she's got an aggressive manner or temperament in which I feel like she would be over the top with him. He probably defended himself. He just defended himself in the wrong way. The coochie was probably foul that night. She didn't want to give it up to my boy. And so he decided to beat it up. But I don't condone it. Use a whole nigga for that. I also don't know if I condone her taking that shit to the internet. Because to me, that's an attention-seeking move. Are you trying to expose this person? Are you trying to, like, what is the point of that? You know what I'm saying? That's how I know liquor has something to do with it. And yeah, 730 JB, this is all just my speculation. This is all allegedly, gang. I said that already. This that fist I know you love. Oh, that's funny. But look, this is all my speculation. I don't know. But me knowing these two individuals, this is my interpretation of the DV that's been going on. It's my interpretation. You can take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? It's my interpretation of how this goes. And at the end of the day, I still have to say I don't condone it, no matter how much I don't fuck with Fupa Lady. I don't condone it. I hope her face is healing. You know what I'm saying? If she got hit in the face, I hope she's healing. Because even though I control, even though I can have my animosity, we still don't want to see our women out here hurt. And I feel like anybody who supports that man or decides to not speak on situations because it's not their business, but yet them same individuals was all in my business with Heather and all in my business with T-Rail and all in my business. They got opinions. They want to speak on it, but they don't want to speak on something as serious as domestic violence. So all joking aside, if you tucked up in this situation, use a bitch right along with the nigga who decided to do the things. Now, if the truth comes out and that didn't happen, or it's addressed and it's not what it's not, then I recant. Then everybody has their right to not speak on it. But once you put something in the public eye, and these are people that you're affiliated with and that you support and that you manage, I think things need to be addressed. I think things need to be addressed. You know what I mean? We can't just tuck our hands and sit on them and not speak on things just because, oh, it's too close to home. No. If you supposedly such a real nigga, you can't condone activities like that. Shout out to my nigga Macwa for speaking facts about the whole Heather situation. Pundits say that Stet wants to see his ops win. No, it ain't even that, bro. I'm just a realist. I just know that what's right is what's right and what's wrong is what's wrong. I'm not going to sit here, even though I don't fuck with somebody, I'm not going to sit here and condone what happened to Auntie. I can have all the jokes I want about her, about them together, but I'm never going to condone what physically happened to her. No matter how much I don't fuck with a female. I'm not going to condone that. Stet been talking extra spicy since he moved to Texas. That's another regurgitated semen comment. That's just another one of them comments that's been regurgitated. I don't know if y'all just didn't pay attention, but from the beginning of Context Matters, I've had this same energy. And I did my first season of Context Matters over a year and a half in Los Angeles, California. Right down the street from niggas who supposedly had my address. This has been the same energy that I've been giving since episode 1 of Context Matters. I got clips up on my page marking niggas out. I've been on my Instagram saying the same things the same way about the same individuals. So let's not sit here and act like I'm in Texas. It's a whole different scenario. It's been the same fucking me. Cali boy, he just confirmed it. Anybody who's been watching me since Context Matters inception can confirm I've been mashing potatoes, marking handicapped niggas out, talking about these sluts and these bad built people while I was in Los Angeles, California. So that's another dick sucking comment that y'all have taken from another platform of somebody who said something. The same energy I've been giving in Texas, I gave in Los Angeles. Always.
Context matters.
Same energy. That's what I'm saying. See, blind to the BS, we ain't even blocking nobody. You a real one. That's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Get your energy off. If you in the chat, you subscribe. So thank you. Make sure you give a thumbs up before you leave this bitch. But yeah, all in all, I don't think anybody who's affiliated with a domestic abuser should be tucked up. You need to speak on things. You need to address things. You need to separate yourself from certain things. If not, you condone these things. And if you just say that's not my business, then why the fuck do you niggas have opinions on everybody else in the industry when they do domestic violence? I don't like the favoritism being played. I don't like the favoritism being played. I need people to be straightforward and honest no matter what the scenario is. See, I think I come from a different cloth of individuals who are willing to tell it like it is no matter what. I come from a different cloth of people or a different cloth. I'm not from California. All due respect to people from LA and California. I am from the Midwest. I'm a Midwest baby. I just tell it like it is. I don't like to sugarcoat. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to beat around the bush. If I got something that needs to be addressed with you, I'm gonna address it. So that's my feedback on it. I didn't want to give it too much time. I've already given it 25, 30 minutes. I just wanted to keep it a bean. I wanted to throw in my jokes and my trolling like I always do, just because that's easy to do. But all in all, I don't condone domestic violence, even though it's with two people I don't fuck with. I hope she's not seriously injured. I hope he gets what he got coming to him from her family or from whoever else. But when you're insecure, when you got body dysmorphia, when you don't get no pussy, when your music sucks, when your career is flatlined, when you don't have no streams, no nothing of your own, what can you expect? It's actually sad, to be honest with you, that somebody would, your only piece of pussy that you've gotten in the last X amount of years, allegedly, if you've gotten it, you choose to put hands on it. So now you've lost that. It's back to the T-butt you go. It's back to the rubber butt you go, buddy. It's back to the T-butt you go. But no, I think anybody who has an affiliation over there has the right to speak on it, needs to speak on it. And if you don't, use a hoe. Sorry, my lady just got home, so my kids is screaming at the top of their lungs. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, Tribe. Keep that same energy that you keep with everybody else. Simon, stop. Goddamn. Do Mark get a DP for this? I don't know. Everybody is fake gang members, right? Do they condone these activities in this circle? From what y'all telling me in the chat, everybody is tucked. So clearly it's not going to turn physical if you won't even verbalize your opinion on something. But again, these are the people that y'all, not necessarily y'all, but I know there's people that's in the chat that's my people. But there's people in that's watching that support these people. Are y'all going to keep that same energy? That's all I need to know. Again, I don't fuck with her, but prayers out to her. I hope he didn't on them titties too hard. And I hope there's some resolution to this that doesn't turn violent. And that was my TED Talk.
Context matters.
That was my TED Talk. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is soft batch. Niggas soft batch out here, so I can't expect too much from them. Y'all see it in real time. You've seen the downfall in real time. And if you not saying it's not happening, you's a lie. You just trying to save face.
Hi, baby.
What's up, babe? You trying to save face. No, nothing is growing. Nothing is changing. It's the same plateau. But these are the people y'all support. You know what I'm saying? All right, we hit the 45-minute mark. That's that on that. That's really all I really wanted to talk on and touch on. I talk very crazy, 88 King. Very crazy. But I always talk the truth. Yeah. I always talk the truth. No matter what you say. And if you think I talk crazy, then what do you think these hoe ass niggas been doing all this time? That's what I'm saying. 45 minutes already. This was supposed to be a quick spin. This was supposed to be a quick spin. But yeah, man, shout out to my Trizai. I appreciate y'all tuned in tonight. Y'all not used to seeing me on a Monday night, but I had to come give y'all some of this Monday night content because I did miss Sunday. So if you are just now tuned in, make sure y'all get them likes up. I see it's a lot of viewership is went a little bit higher for a Monday night than normal. So I know people are here for the mess. I just wanted to give my take on things. I just wanted to give my take on things and let the record reflect and be the one who's going to be outspoken about these things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Big Wop said, how them acres treating you? I'm not on no acres, but I just don't got no neighbors. You heard?
Context matters.
I ain't on no acres. I just ain't got no neighbors. But no, I'm living good, man. Everything has been great. This move has been great for me and my family, being around my family. It's been great for my dogs having the space. It's been great for my lady. It's been great for my mental. You know what I mean? All has been well, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And that screen looks sharp. I need to get the other camera. I might need to upgrade to my close-up camera. That one look good. But yeah, man, what's good, Tribe? What else is going on in this crazy world, man? What else is going on? We're going to wrap up on that. So we're going to let the viewers tank from the mess. Let the people that was here for the mess get their whole ass up out of here. Because, you know, everybody just want to see what Stet got to say. And when I turn up, they know what to expect. But I didn't want to turn up tonight. I just wanted to that explains it. That explains it, bruh. That explains everything. With saggy titty auntie. So you got oh, that explains it. I just got DM'd some links. Y'all threw your boy up in this Reddit. And I'm going to keep it a bean with this Reddit. Y'all don't have to put me in there if anybody's watching this. I'm okay. I don't need that viewership. I've literally said I've tried to move away from those people watching me. I can comment on what's going on over there, but I don't really want to be affiliated with it. It is what it is. That explains why the viewership shot up the way it did. But you know, I'm just little old Stet, bro. Don't, you know what I mean? Don't get me there. Don't put me there. Don't get me there, because then I start to turn up a little bit. You know what I mean? I start to turn up a little bit. But yeah, man, shout out to my Apollo people. If I wasn't watching Apollo, I wouldn't have known this went on anyway. So the people that I do fuck with in this world, I wanted to make sure that I shouted them out, because that's where I get my information from. Shout out to Real Burl. I don't know how you pronounce the the part of your last username, but shout out to you. Context always matters. You know how it go, man. Miss Moneybags just checked in. My lady's back from the gig. Rude Boy Stoner. I need to tap in with Adam, to be honest with you. I need to tap in with Adam. But yeah, who else in the chat? Omero, what's the word? Rude Boy Stoner, did you know? 4340. Steve O'Neal. Yeah. Tsunami Takeover. I see you. Everyone addressed your chat just spinning you. So they was addressed. Or did they beat around the bush? That's the question. That's the real question. Why would you want to do business with a weirdo like Adam? I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really watch No Jumper. I don't watch No Jumper at all. I don't watch podcasts unless they're informative. I don't watch brain rot style content for the most part. There is some people who like dibble and dabble in certain types of content, but at the end of the day, their direction and their derivative is to be about mental elevation, real world topics, real life shit. So I don't watch No Jumper, nothing. I don't watch none of the shows. I see clips here and there. So my opinion on Adam might be different than y'all's. You know what I mean? My only issue I ever had with Adam was when I was trying to take sides for bitch niggas who really didn't have that same energy with me. So I just roll with the people who I thought my allegiance was to. So I didn't really ever really have an issue with Adam. Now, I've heard the reports about his past and whatever else, but he's a content creator. You know what I'm saying? He does things for the sake of clicks and views, just like the other people y'all watch. So I can't fault the man. I don't know him personally. He's never rubbed me the wrong way, pause. He's never gave me bad energy. He's actually supported what I've been doing. He shouted me out on multiple occasions. So I don't have no ill will. It's not that I'm trying to like break bread with him or just do a whole bunch of just content, but I don't have no issue with him. And at this point, we're in the same field of things. We cover some of the same type of topics. If something crosses our paths in which it makes sense, then it just makes sense. But I'm not eager to run over to the platform. As y'all can see, everybody else who had their issues with over there, they decided to run to No Jumper. I didn't do that. And that should tell you a lot about my character and the type of person that I am, that's not necessarily the type of person that I would be. I could have went over there and got bags on bags on bags and been, you know, started up on one of the main shows over there and been a character over there. And it was offered to me multiple times, and I turned it down every time just because I know my value is more important than drama. And at that time, that's what it was for, and I wasn't about to give into it. So, you know, I was one of the people who didn't do it. So I don't have no ill will towards Adam, and we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? 88 King, you definitely a groupie. You a FMWWE groupie. And that's why this episode is called Monday Night Raw. Because all that shit is wrestling, bro. Don't put too much energy into this shit. It's wrestling, bro. You too invested. You overly invested for sure. And him exploiting gang culture. I don't really give a fuck about gang culture. It's not about him exploiting gang culture. Gang culture shouldn't even exist. If we being real. It's already an ignorant concept. It's already dumb. So we talking about exploiting it. If you gonna give people with nothing a platform to get they shit off and talk about what they're into, they gonna do it. You know what I mean? If he's making money off of it, I don't fault him. I can't. He talking about, but I'm talking good about 22, and so I sound corny. I didn't talk good about him. I just said I don't have no ill will or bad feedback on the man. I don't have no bad feedback. At the end of the day, I don't have no bad feedback. So what you want me to do? You want me to go against a nigga just because them niggas going against a nigga? Like, that's just not me. Unless I really fuck with the people that's riding with it. Content whores, what's the word? Smoke that smoke, what's the word? Welcome in. Yes, I'm corny. Great. Awesome. Do you want a cookie, nigga? Do you want a corn on the cob, nigga? I'm corny because I'm different. And I use this. And I'm well spoken. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. But look, let's move on outside of that world of things, because y'all know Context Matters has a lot more to offer than just the drama topics. But I will dibble and dabble a little bit here and there just to give my opinion and my feedback so people can run to the Reddits and run to the Instagram clips and say Stet was saying this and Stet was saying that. And then they can be in the chat saying, oh, he got ran out of L.A. Oh, he wasn't talking like this when he was in Los Angeles. And then just be poor, regurgitated, dick-sucking comments that are not true. And all the real ones know the truth. So I want to move on to something that's a little bit more important to the world. I feel like more important to this culture that you speak of, but how this culture is spoke on in a positive light, even though there is negativity surrounding it. So as everybody knows, over this past weekend, I believe it was yesterday. We had the grand opening of Marathon Burger, Long Beach. Yeah, real, however you say your name. But yeah, we gonna move on. We moving on out of that topic. If you here for the drama, get your bitch ass on. I've already addressed the drama on the streets right now. You ain't getting that no more. We gonna move on to something that is still in the realm of things that's going on in Los Angeles, California. It was my home for 10 years. I did my time. I served my time in Los Angeles that I said I was gonna do, and I did it successfully. So we gonna move on, but we gonna stay in that pocket. Marathon Burger launched in Long Beach, California. Shout out to Black Sam. Shout out to the whole Hustle organization. Shout out to Nip's family. Everybody in that world over there for successfully launching the opening of the next restaurant. I would have loved to have been there. But honestly, them type of crowds is crazy. You never know what's going to happen. So I want to first off say, shout out to them. Congrats to them for doing something positive for the community and very successful in the community. It is unfortunately getting overshadowed by negativity. So they had a successful launch. YG was there, I seen. Obviously, Snoop is involved in it. Stevie Wonder was there, which was really dope. It just goes to show you the impact that this family has on the community and on the culture. I don't know who else was there of notoriety other than the people I named, but it was a great turnout. The crowd was amazing, and it ended up being something positive. This is their third location in Los Angeles. Shout out to Scotty in suburban LA, my boy, for doing a sit down with Black Sam. They're looking to open the next one in New York City in Times Square, which is huge. They're about to take it outside of California, so shout out to them. But nonetheless, even though we have something positive in our community, in our culture, in hip hop, in entertainment, whatever you want to categorize it as, it always finds a way to be overshadowed by negativity. It always is overshadowed by negativity, even though this negativity didn't occur at the actual establishment. There was a shooting that went on around the corner from the Marathon. So, of course, all the headlines, specifically the white people headlines, are portraying it as it was a shooting at Marathon Burger. And it's really just to diminish the accolade of opening a new restaurant and to paint it as a negative light. Now, y'all know me. I'm always a contrarian. I'm always this way, but I'm also see the glass half empty and half full at the same time. Stet charged Tiny by a minute for his rug. Man, shout out to Tiny real quick. Let me I'll get back to that in a minute. But shout out to Tiny. He threw a bad narrative out there. I got to address it too. But yeah, let's stay on topic real quick. Why is Zach so hot? What mod did I mod with why is Zach so hot? That had to be a different name. You used to have to be a different name because I have no idea why I would mod a nigga by the name of why is Zach so hot. Pause. But shout out to Galveston, that's an hour away from H-Town. Shout out to Texas in the building. He threw the money bags up, so he gotta be a loyal one. I just don't remember who that was. Why is Zach so hot? Pause. Change your name back. Whoever you was, change your name back, gang. Logo secret. Ain't none of that nigga shit gonna happen in New York. Nah, for real. Eddie Today said, pause. Eddie Today, what's up, my boy? Hey, yo, what the fuck? San Antonio in the building. Shout out to all my Texas residents. But okay, let's stay on topic because y'all know I still got smoker brain even though I ain't smoked in about 3 months. Yes, I ain't smoked in about 3 months. That's kind of crazy as fuck. But all right, let's stay on topic. So Marathon opens in Long Beach, the third location. They got one on Melrose, one in Venice Beach, one in Long Beach. Huge turnout, thousands and thousands of people. Of course, you know, by it being affiliated with Black Sam and Nipsey Hussle, that there is going to be gang members in presence. There's going to be gang members that turn up to show support, show love of different sets, of different hoods, different gangs will be in the same vicinity of each other. Typically, these events normally go well. Now, I will say I don't know how the Venice Beach grand opening went, but unfortunately, there was some negativity that went on during the Melrose launch. I don't understand why, as a culture, gang or not, you're not willing to put your pride to the side and have a good event. They meaning the white people, already look at our culture like, oh, that's just a bunch of niggas. Of course it's the black people. Of course it's this. Of course it's that. Even though black people aren't the only one with guns, aren't the only one do shootings, as we will get into the shooting that happened in Austin as well. But we all know it's not just us. But to me, it bothers me that we can't have something as successful and as something that's worth appreciating and cherishing and treating the right way in our communities without there being some type of frivolous behavior. It's gang culture, not black culture. You are correct, but they go hand in hand when you're in South Central and you're in Los Angeles, California. And we're talking about a man who is carrying on a legacy, who is a part of predominantly all black gang in the Crenshaw district. So it is going to be tied in with being black. If you look at the outcome of all the people that was there, it was majority of black people out there. So it just bothers me and rubs me the wrong way that we can't celebrate something based on the legacy of someone who was taken away from us by gun violence. He was taken away from us by gun violence. Yet we can't seem to stop gun violence, even as something that's made to be done in memoriam of him. Now they did successfully have the unveiling of Nipsey Hussle Square at the corner of Crenshaw and Slauson, and that went off without a hitch, without no violence, in the middle of the section. But we go to Long Beach to celebrate this man, and gun violence breaks out. Now, I will say it didn't happen at the Marathon Burger. This was just one-off situation where people couldn't put their pride and ego to the side, and they decided to take their issue around the corner, and it escalated into gun violence. And this is the clip that we're going to see right here. So let's go ahead and watch this. I know a lot of y'all are hip to this already. I'm going to explain what I've heard that happened through various sources and give my opinion on it. And, you know, we're going to keep it at that. Oh, that's Crippy Z. Crippy Z, you got to change your name. Because I'm definitely not going to be saying why is Zach so hot, my boy. You got to get up out of here. I still got my money bag. Plus, shout out to everybody who still got their money bags. I still need to make some more of these, man. I ain't made these in a minute. I haven't really been promoting them. I'm about to get some content, some merch available. I've upgraded the quality of them. So anybody who wants to order their money bags, make sure you DM me. Get your money bag pillow. Shout out to my boy Crippy Z. But you got to change your name, gang. I can't do it. I can't be calling you that. But all right, let's play this real quick, and then we're going to summarize what we got and why we need to just do better, gang.
One person dead, 2 injured after a shooting.
I had 13 shots, man, and a person lost his life.
Damn, 13 shots?
Dead off Broadway and Pine. The shooting happened near a parking garage. Cell phone video shows crowds of people running away from those gunshots. There were thousands out here today for the opening of a new burger restaurant.
I was shooting basketball over at the stand over there. Gunshots fired, and then started walking towards the gunshots. Because I'm like, I pulled out my camera just because God loves me. I ain't getting shot. Police are on him. Police are on him. As he dragged her past me, she was saying it was self-defense. He was threatening to kill me. Good work, guys.
Authorities still have several blocks closed, but police have not yet released a motive.
Come on now, we're gonna keep it 100. I ain't gotta say it, you already know it. It's sad.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be a celebration.
When you got different clips of games, man, from LA, Long Beach, it's some things, it's bound to transpire, you know what I mean? That's just the way it goes.
One person.
See, and it's unfortunate that we gonna sit here and say that's the way it goes. Because that's not the way it should go. That's not the way it should go. And here's what the report that I heard happened. Let me see if I can find it real quick, tribe. This nigga posts so many goddamn clips a day. But here is what supposedly went on from the LA reporter himself, Flacco. The quality of mine is exquisite. Shout out to Eddie the Dave. I appreciate you, brother. Got a lot to bring to the table to build your channel. Content Horse, DM me on Instagram. Let's chop it up. I'm not opposed to making you a mod. Because you do be in here showing love all the time. And you've been present since day one. So I'm not opposed to that. But just DM me. Let's see if we can chop up some business, gang. But look, this is what supposedly happened according to Flacco.
Here's what led up to somebody getting shot and killed at Nipsey Hussle's Marathon Burger Grand
Here comes the
today.
Stutter King.
So everybody is there. Celebrities, fans. It's a family-friendly event. Until this one gang member showed up. He's a little turned-up Crip from the 80s in Long Beach. Because this is a Long Beach grand opening. He showed up and he starts dissing all the enemies that walk in. He starts tripping. He really started gangbanging. Right? He's calling them out their names. He's throwing up derogatory. He's like gang signs. He's just wilding out. The enemies realized they outnumber him by a lot. They could easily crash him and get him out of there. But they went to Black Sam because they didn't really want to mess up the event. So they go over to Black Sam and they tell Black Sam, hey, this dude is being disrespectful. He's dissing. He violated him. Get him out of here because we don't want to crash him. While they talking to Black Sam, the little turned up 80 Crip got 3 homies who walk in. Now they with him. So now it's 480 Crips in there and hella enemies. Black Sam people's going on. So then Black Sam rally up his crew and they walk over to the 80s and tell the 80s, hey, listen, we gonna escort y'all to safety, but y'all gotta go. They agree. Black Sam and his crew is escorting the 80s off the premises of the Marathon Burger. The 80s is under the assumption we getting escorted to safety. We getting escorted to our cars. Black Sam is under the assumption of y'all getting off my premises. That's it. So once they walk them across the premises of the Marathon Burger, as soon as the 80s toes cross the line across from Marathon Burger, they got blitz. all the enemies blitzed them. It's like 6-1. I'll be real, bro. It's like four 80s and probably like 30 or 40 enemies, man. So they squabbling.
Now, I'm just playing this, getting it off, because it's the narrative that I heard. I don't know if any of this is true and or accurate. Y'all know how Flacco likes to embellish things, but this is the story that's going around.
So one of the 80s pull out a gun and they start shooting, but they didn't stop making guns when they made y'all's, man. The enemies had guns too. They pulled out their pistol. A gunfight happening. Bystanders getting hit. Somebody who's with Black Sam got shot in the leg. Two of the enemies got hit too. But the person who suffered the worst was one of the 80 Crips. He got shot and killed.
All right, Flacco. That sounds like a whole movie script he just gave off, but it could be potentially true. I don't know if this is what happened, but I will say this. Liquor is the devil. And I'm pretty much willing to bet liquor has something to do with this aggression and misplaced trauma, because if you got an event that you know is going to bring out rival gang members to your gang, how can you be so on edge that you are willing to ruin the whole thing for everybody based off of your pride? Like, nigga, you could have stayed your ass at home if you gonna tear some shit up like this. Like, it's not like it's just a regular event. This Marathon Burger is made in the light and legacy of Nipsey Hussle. So, who again died by gun violence. How are you gonna go to an event and perpetuate the same thing? You're there to support that movement. It's almost like a keep the peace movement at this point. You're going to go there and get into it with somebody to the point where guns get drawn and y'all just shooting. This is what I mean about gang culture being stupid and being so lost in the real world. We coming from something positive like, let me see. We coming from something positive, such as Nipsey Hussle Square being revealed in the light of Nip, just for this to occur. And it's all us.
Shots are being fired right now. Shots are being fired.
What night at, bro?
You even got Black Sam right there. You got Black Sam. I know this nigga probably sitting there like, come on, dog. Like, this shit hits too close to home for him. And y'all gonna do this at his event? Where do we draw the line of street shit and reality? Greedy says, okay, bro, chill. There was probably 150 members that didn't start nothing. Of course, there was plenty of people there who are affiliated who did keep their head on right. I'm talking about the ones that don't. I'm talking about the ones that don't. How do we let something like this, as big as this, get overshadowed?
Go.
He look Hispanic on the ground.
Stop fucking this shit up!
Oh
So I don't know what really happened, to be honest, who it was, if it was really a gang set, if it was just an altercation. But it's just sad that something as big as this gets overshadowed by negativity. Because I think they said it was the 1-year anniversary of the opening of the other restaurant, and then they coming off of this right here. So let's turn this back into some positive. Let's turn this back into some positive and get away from the fact that there is ignorant people out there who prioritize violence over using your words. This is the positivity that occurred on the corner of Crenshaw and Slauson.
Works in mysterious ways. We would have never had an opportunity to buy the lot without that happening. And I remember Marquise coming and being a part of helping us, being very instrumental in helping us get the parking lot. I don't know what was going on in the city, but he was always somebody that championed ownership and had a lot of conversations with Hustle about it. And Dave Gross came in and partnered up with us. And so, not to be long-winded, I say all that to say how important this parking lot is and how important this corner is, from little kids to ownership, and even what happened to my brother in this parking lot. I think they say God.
It really trips me out that Black Sam is that strong that obviously you got to go there for certain reasons, but you can still be in the same parking lot. And man, God be with Black Sam and his family, bro. They can walk through and park and have a store in the same parking lot, just steps away from where their brother, their legacy creator, was ultimately killed. You know, the strength and resiliency and like willpower it takes to be able to do some shit like that. If it was me, I would never want to go back to that place ever in my life. This is the parking lot that took my brother. I'm not opening the store. I don't want nothing. Like, this is different right here. This, him getting the street corner named after him. I'm all for that. I'm surprised they haven't opened a Marathon Burger in the Crenshaw-Slauson area. I'm really surprised they haven't. But nonetheless, we have to champion the positivity and not keep shining light on the negativity, because like I just said, it didn't happen. What happened in Long Beach didn't happen at the Marathon Burger. It was people who attended the Marathon Burger and the grand opening, and the drama took place around the corner. So I'm going to just end that with saying, come on, black folks. Come on, gang members. There's a time and a place for everything. And if we're not in charge of our mind state to where we're willing to put innocent people in jeopardy, ruin a positive event that's technically built around someone losing their life over gun violence, we can't just be out there doing that type of shit, bro. These niggas that are affiliated with these gangs and these sets are so lost that it's just depressing. Somebody stole a memorial sign. Oh, no, come on, man.
City came out and we went everywhere, but we made sure that we stopped here. And the sun had already come down, and it was dark. We stopped here and we came out because we wanted to, pay homage to bro here at this location, because it meant so much to us and to him. And as we were there, I think, Nation of Islam was there with us, helping us. And shout out to them, appreciate them so much. And everybody, the whole city came out. I remember being outside and I felt the beam like I thought it was a light on the roof just shining on my back. It was so hot and so strong. And I know we had drove by and it was dark, so I looked up. I thought somebody put a spotlight on. And the sun had came back out and was shining so strong on us. Yeah. I just honestly couldn't explain it. I felt like that was bro. The whole city came out and we went everywhere, but we wanted to inspire people. Yeah. Many a times we had conversations about what was going on. And it was like, bro, we got to move and we got to put the store somewhere else. There's too much going on. I'm catching cases, going to jail, dealing with all type of shit. Hood politics, getting into it, you know, regular shit that people go through. And Hustle's like, bro, we opening this first store here. We could put the second one somewhere else. We opening this first marathon store here because my shit has to inspire. And my shit has to inspire people. And first and foremost, it has to inspire the people that grow up here, that grow up where I grew up, that was with me and seen me. They had to understand that you can do it. So he used to always tell me, bro, we gonna make the money, man. That shit comes and goes, but my shit is more bigger than that. My shit is here to inspire people. And I thought I wanted to inspire people.
Man, W's from my tribe. W's in the chat for Nip. Y'all can see I got my love for Nip on the wall, which is kind of ironic that I'm talking about right this kind of side topic. This rug will be coming down. I will be going to LA and attempting to give this to Black Sam or take it to the Marathon store, the Marathon rooftop. So as soon as I make it to LA, that's going to be one of the stops I do just to give this away. Nip's legacy and impact on me is crazy. As y'all can see up there, I got the memorial book that they gave away at the funeral. I actually went to the funeral procession in which the hearse drove around the city. I went to the candlelight vigil for Nip the night after he passed away. I was at this parking lot right here, paying my respects to somebody who inspired me as well. So for everybody who says, Stet, don't be outside. Even when this happened, I was in the middle of the 60s hood in Crenshaw. My non-affiliate ass right here in this parking lot during the candlelight vigil. The night that everything transpired where people got trampled and they stepped through all the candles and all that shit. I was one of the people who got trampled that night. Yes, I did. I was there. But I went there. I guess maybe a week later, I went to the funeral procession. Or actually, I went to the funeral first at the Staples Center, which is where I got the obituary book. So I was able to be present in the Staples Center. I left from the Staples Center and went straight to Crenshaw and Slauson and was there for the funeral procession and got to see the hearse drive past. So long live Nip, man. I'm super excited that he was able to get the neighborhood, the intersection named after him. It is now Nipsey Hussle. What is it? Nipsey Hussle Plaza? What do they call it? What's the name for it? Whatever they named Hustle and Motivate, 100%. Nipsey Hussle Square. Appreciate you, Harry. Nipsey Hussle Square. Shout out to them for the city for doing that. It will still always be Crenshaw and Slauson. But for anybody who knows the legacy that Nip had, that is now Nipsey Hussle Square. And it's unfortunate to hear somebody supposedly stole the sign down. They're going to put one back up, I'm sure, and they'll keep putting them up. It's a keepsake, so I don't recommend anybody take it for the sake of his legacy. But no matter what you do, no matter what you say, you can't take away from the fact that that is Nipsey Hussle Square. And, you know, his impact on me was huge, not only with the music, but just his mindset. And I'm excited to see what comes from the marathon going forward. And yeah, man, let's just treat, you know, if we're not gonna be upstanding citizens any other time, let's make sure we treat these events that have Nip's name and legacy attached to them, we treat them with respect. Let's not let the headlines be shootings and fights and stabbings and drama based around anything that has to do with Nipsey Hussle, man, because that's not what his legacy is for. You said that when the marathon opened, stop Black Sam not seeing that rug. Hey, Logo Seeker, get off my bumper, gang. I'm telling you, I'm gonna try to. I didn't want to be in the mix. I didn't want to be one of those people, bro, that show up to openings and show up to things trying to give gifts. That's just not the person I am. I want it to be an intimate delivery. I would rather it be like with not a million people around, with not like I'm looking for a clout chasing moment. I made this rug just out of the simple love for Nipsey, and it was brought to my attention that I should give it to Black Sam. I didn't think it was good enough to give to Black Sam. I was going to make something different, but I just didn't want to be that person that popped up trying to give stuff away, looking for a clout and attention. I wanted it to be an intimate thing. So when I get back to LA, this rug will be coming down soon. We will be replacing it with another rug, which is some content I'll give y'all in a later time. And I'm going to roll this joint up, and I'm going to get it delivered to the Marathon Rooftop store. You know what I'm saying? The Marathon Rooftop store, I think, will be a good place for it. Giving it directly to Black Sam in the midst of being in the restaurant and cooking and having to hand it off to somebody and get it to the truck and all that was just a lot. So it will happen. It will happen eventually. Get off my bumper. It will happen eventually. But yeah, man, long live Nipsey Hussle. Shout out to the city for giving naming Crenshaw and Slauson Nipsey Hussle Square. Shout out to everybody who showed up to the Marathon grand opening. Let me see. Oh shit, I spelled that wrong. Yeah, here we go right here. Shout out to everybody who showed up. But this right here is what I will never be a part of again. I'm not going to lie to you, tribe. This to me is now scary. I don't know if I've just been traumatized from large crowds. As you get older, things change. And this is not something that I ever want to be a part of again, especially this type of environment where, as you see, gunshots ring out randomly and people run and get trampled. I was victim of being trampled at an event that had to do with Nip. I'm not saying that I wouldn't just attend these type of events that are surrounding Nipsey Hussle, but just events like this where people are this crowded in, sardine packed. If a gunshot goes off in this crowd, if people start fighting, motherfuckers is getting trampled, stepped on, suffocated, smashed. And that's not something that I want to ever be a part of again. Again, I've been victim of this at the vigil. The night after Nipsey died on April 1st, I went to the vigil and I was trampled. And it was not a fun experience. I was cut up. I was bloody. I had candle wax all over me. I was being fell on by people. And it was a traumatizing experience. And I am traumatized from it. But shout out to everybody who showed up to the Marathon Burger. This turnout looks unbelievable. And yeah, man, let's keep wrapping our arms around this family and hoping they continue on with that legacy. And shout out to Scotty, man, with Suburban LA. My boy Scotty and this was dope too. Shout out to my boy Scotty for interviewing Black Sam.
Burgers. I'm right here with my nigga Scroogey. Come on, cuz.
We out here, man.
Come on, man. We in here, man. Hold on, we fully loaded. Fully loaded. We got my nigga Stevie Wonder in the building.
Look at that. Look at that, Stetsen.
Stevie Wonder, gang. Stevie Wonder turned out. That's crazy. Yeah, I was a victim back, gang. Somebody said you got to be quicker on your toes. You got to instead got jumped. I didn't get jumped, nigga. There's really the niggas laughing at me. There's really footage of that night. I'm gonna find it and see if we can find my ass getting trampled. I don't know how close the camera footage was, but I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna pull it up right now, right after this conversation. But Stevie Wonder showed up. That's huge for the legacy. That's crazy, yo. Stevie tapped into the culture, man. How Stevie decide to pull up to the grand opening? No, that's fire, man. That's fire.
The Marathon Burger opens this Saturday with a ribbon cutting at noon. The first 100 customers get to eat free. You are going to have a line out the door. I hope you're ready.
The Marathon family, Sam, Jorge, the whole bunch, and the Hustle Legacy is one of the best brands in all of the city of Los Angeles.
When we say the marathon continues, it's not just a phrase, it's for real, for real.
When did you think, let's expand the marathon experience?
The marathon continues in Venice to open Marathon Burger's second location.
Venice Beach #2, and we'll be waiting for #3 and 4 and 5 for the tradition and the spirit of us.
We just doubled up right here in Venice. Welcome to Marathon Burger Part 2.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. The meat, the Wagyu beef, it's charred just perfectly.
It was delicious.
Hey, any of y'all had the Marathon Burger? I never even got to get one. Cause I know, look, let me tell y'all why I haven't got one. Y'all know I'm pescatarian. If you don't know, I don't eat any land animals. I only eat seafood. And even though I know they have a vegan or a vegetarian patty there, I'm always hesitant to eat vegetarian food at restaurants that serve the same thing with real meat, if that makes sense. I'm always worried I'm gonna get a patty that's mixed up. They gonna give me a beef patty. They gonna use the same utensils or the same grill for the patty. They gonna touch it with their greasy burger beef hands and touch my vegetarian patty. So I never went and got a burger from Marathon. Maybe one day I will go when I get to LA next time and just go in there on a slow time and be like, hey man, just look, please change your gloves. Cook this on a separate grill. Don't use that same spatula, whatever it is. But I never got a chance to try one. You hear great things about it for sure. So when I get back to LA, I'm going to definitely get one. But what was I about to say? Anita, what's going on, Anita? Stevie might be a loke. Stet was a rug on Crenshaw that day. God damn. I'm about to find that clip too. Let me see. I actually got video on my Instagram, or I had it on my Instagram, of me at the vigil. Let me see. Unless I took it down. I might have taken it down. No, I didn't. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. Just so y'all can see a nigga don't be capping, because I don't lie on here.
Context matters.
The boy don't lie on Context Matters. I don't lie,
Little Dirk
period,
update. The trial has been...
But I'm just keep it a bean and show y'all, since motherfuckers want to act like I don't really be telling the truth. Let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, let them know, 2026. My boy Grind Time told you, nigga, ask your girl about Stet. You heard me? But look, I was here. I want to find the news coverage, though, to be honest. Damn, 361 weeks ago. That was me tweeting, headed to the Marathon store right now for Nip's Candlelight Vigil. I think I finally got the... And I didn't listen to none of his music for a minute after. I think I'm finally going to turn on some of his music and ride there. Damn, this is going to be tough. I'm on the way there. And there go my camera footage. This before it got dark. This before shit got crazy. But don't ever say Stet don't be outside. Don't ever say Stet don't be outside. This don't have when it got traumatic though. But I was posted up right here by the all money in Brinks truck. That was my post up spot before shit got hectic. Y'all see I was out there till the evening. Right in the front.
Please, we only got one time. Tomorrow, they want us to disperse. They want us to fight. They want us to act like animals. We kings and queens.
But yeah, I just wanted to show that real quick. Since niggas be thinking I be capping. That's before shit got hectic when I was out there though. That's before shit got hectic. But yeah, man, we gonna wrap up the marathon conversation. Shout out to everybody who's still tuned in. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me on this good Monday night. Damn, it's already been an hour and a half. That's crazy. But yeah, man, let's do better, man. Let's keep showing our respects to Nip and the marathon and supporting anything and everything that they do. And y'all gonna see this rug soon at the marathon rooftop. Niggas calling me cap, like I ain't gonna do it. Before you got stepped on? Yeah, before I got stepped on. Let me see if I can find that. Last thing. Let me see if I can find it. I think this the one right here, tribe. Several injured after stampede breaks out. This was definitely, I was one of the ones that was injured. I was one of the select few. As y'all can see from the clip I just showed y'all, where I was standing, right? Y'all can see where I was standing. I was right here by this damn Brinks truck. Right here at the front. I was from here to here. In this general vicinity. This ain't high quality enough, but you could actually spot me I was wearing a black and lime green jumpsuit. This before it got hectic. I don't know if somebody said it was a balloon that popped, but look at this wave of people. Hold on. God damn, chat. Y'all mean to tell me gotta be quick on your toes? They flat Stanley'd my boy. Look, I'm telling you, my ass was smashed right here in all these candles. Watch how fast, it was lagging, but watch how fast that fucking crowd took off. I don't know if it was a balloon that popped or what they say it was, but we heard a bah, and motherfuckers took off. And this is why I can't go into big crowds no more. Look at this shit. Look at that wave. Oh shit, that was me right there. Hold on. That was your boy right there. I think you could see me. I had on a black jumpsuit with lime green stripes on that bitch. Oh shit, hold on. Damn, did I miss it again? There it is right there. There go my ass falling right here. Only reason I know is because I know what I had on. Right here. Right here. Right here. And all the glass candle wax. I'm somewhere in the mix. I wish this was more clear. I'm somewhere in this mix right here. Look. That damn near looked right where I was standing. Whoever is filming this clip right here, when that shit took off, they was 2 steps in front of me. One of the scariest times of my fucking life.
Oh, shit. Damn. Oh.
One of these clips, I know you could see me. I don't remember where it was. But a nigga got trampled, tribe. And I was bloodied in a bitch. Yeah. That's that. I just had to take a trip down memory lane. Hey, bruh, I'm telling you. Got trampled over as wild. Nigga, how that got to do with my weight? How that got to do with my weight? You ain't never been in the crowd and people take off running and step on your feet. I had on them, nigga, this is crazy. I had on them Pharrell NMDs, them Adidas runners that just slide on with no strings. I had on them Pharrell NMDs. I hear the glass break. I turn to run. Motherfucker step on the back of my feet and pow, nigga, everybody is falling. I'm not the only one that fell. There was a bunch of people that fell. A bunch of people was in that glass, bro. I mean glass. I had glass, candle wax, blood all over me, gang. All over me. It ain't got nothing to do with weight. When you get trampled and people step on your feet, you can't help but fall, bro. And I'm one of the tallest people there. I can see over everybody. I turn to run when I see everybody moving. Soon as I turn, nigga, them feet get bloop, 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 bloop. And I'm in all glass. Candle wax on everywhere. I lost both of my shoes, tribe. I went home barefoot. I shit you not, I lost both of my shoes. Nigga had to carry me, help carry me. I had to put my arm around Chewy and Dom, this dude named Dom. It was both of us. It was like 3 of us that went out there. They had to limp carry me because my knee was dripping blood. My whole leg was covered in blood. My sock was soaked in blood. I had glass in my knee. They had to help limp me all the way back to the Vons parking lot, which is across. If anybody's been to Crenshaw and Slauson, you know where that Vons grocery store is. They had to help hobble me over all the way over to the Vons parking lot. One of the homies ran in, got me gauze, wipes, alcohol. Nigga, I'm picking glass out my legs. And that was a whole traumatic experience, bro. I didn't get my head stepped on, Logo Secret. I didn't lose my glasses. And I didn't get knocked out, Greedy. I got my ass up once I was able to get motherfuckers off me. I had people on top of me, pause. Like, I had people on top of me. Traumatic experience. But shout out to everybody who goes and supports them events. Couldn't be me. I can't do it again. I'm traumatized. Getting your head stepped on by a van is nasty work. All right, y'all trolling now. Y'all niggas is trolling. Nah, but I did. I lost both shoes. Ripped up my tracksuit. Blood all down my legs. Traumatic experience. 100% traumatic experience. to be at the front and trampled on the shrine is crazy. I'm telling you. But it's a core memory I'll never forget. I was there showing my love and my gratitude for Nip and his legacy on me. And now I have an everlasting memory, funny or not, that, you know, is worthy of talking about. But all right, we're going to move on from that topic. We're going to move on from that topic. We're going to get into something a little bit more real world. Now, I don't know much about this topic to really divulge like I normally do, just because the information out there about this shit is tricky. As everybody can see, America has involved themselves in another war-based scenario. America has involved themselves and teamed up with Israel to attack Iran and send missiles, kill presidents, kill leaders, blow up facilities. And, you know, my mind is really scatterbrained about this type of topics. Because I'm one of them people that have like my third eye is open and I see through a lot of shit. And I understand that this country, America speaking, does these type of things only for a couple reasons. We are controlled by Israel and the Jewish people. So whatever they say goes, and whoever's in power in this country is essentially a puppet. And they have to do what Israel tells them to do. And a lot of things that we do in this country that stem around war have to do with finance, oil, and global dominance. We just attacked Venezuela under the guise of protecting world peace and etc. But the first thing we did was take over their oil refineries. And Venezuela is one of the top oil producing countries in the world. And then not even less than 2 months later, we go and attack Iran under the guise that they can't have a nuclear weapon. Now, to me, that's a bunch of bullshit because supposedly Trump had already blew up their military facilities. So why are we...
Bitch, don't look at my man.
Hold on, I need to mute that.
We have to secure...
Why are we still attacking a country if we've already nuked them or already blew up their nuclear facilities? So again, I don't want to come into this sounding uneducated just because I don't have videos and things to document what I'm saying. But what I do know is that this country has a history of false flag attacks, all under the guise of protecting civilians and protecting people. It doesn't make sense to bomb a country and kill their people that are innocent if you're trying to protect those people from their leadership. It doesn't make sense. What makes sense is that Iran has oil facilities which predominantly serve China. Venezuela has oil refineries that predominantly serve China. Israel wants global control. Israel knows the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and all these bloodlines that run in the synagogue of Satan, which is Israel. They do everything based off of power and global dominance. The Jewish people run the world. It's a known fact. They control America. They control the world. They control the banking system. They control oil. And it's another play on global dominance. Iran is right next to Israel on the map. And
Mr. Minister, the U.S. President Donald Trump warned that
And they want control of the Middle East. They want control to make sure they don't have to be under the threat of weapons. And they want to make sure that there is a centralized banking system in every country around the world. They want the US dollar to remain the top currency in the world. So what does America and Israel do? They want to fight and destroy every Muslim country that is out there, just like September 11th happened. A false flag attack that was staged by the American government and Israel to blow up a building on American territory, U.S. territory, so that it can give the Americans military and the American presidential cabinet the ability to start a war to go get oil and resource control. It's a spiritual war. The battle is against the flesh and blood. It's all demonic. That's the point. USA don't give a fuck. That's the only thing that makes sense. A lot of people say Jeffrey Epstein is still alive. Okay. So, again, I've seen so much information out there that I didn't even take notes of certain information. But what I do know is America is are bullies. America is bullies ran by the synagogue of Satan, which is the Jewish people in Israel. Jeffrey Epstein is Jewish. They believe in sacrificing human flesh, drinking blood. They believe in worshiping Satan to make everybody else under their control. We live in a scary time in this country in which at any moment we can be all wiped out. And to be honest with you, everything that they do is a planned false flag attack. Just like the shooting that just occurred in Austin on 6th Street, how all of a sudden now it's a Muslim who decides to take a long gun and go shoot innocent people at a bar, wearing a Allah sweater and having the Quran so conveniently put in his vehicle. Israel wants a war between Christian and Muslim. They want a worldwide dominance, worldwide control over the financing, the banking system, oil, gold, resources. And they want to make it seem like, or not, they want, as Jewish people, to not lose control of global dominance. Israel should scare you for some reason, Harry. Guinea says we're not even real bullies, just the muscle of the bullies. That's facts too. America wants to involve ourselves in everybody else's drama. But you know why? Because that's Israel telling us, as the puppet masters, that we have to do what they say. They want us to do what they say. Let's watch some clips that are down my timeline just because it's in my algorithm. I'm going to watch a couple clips, see what information we can get from it, and we're going to build on it. I don't want to spend too much time on this topic because I am informed of it. I mentally know what's going on, but it's hard for me to give back this information to y'all and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. And I'm one of those people who don't like to speak on topics and things and divulge into them fully unless I'm giving y'all factual information or I'm really got a way to prove my point. So maybe we'll touch base on this again as this war progresses. But now you got Iran attacking Dubai and attacking all these surrounding countries because they can't reach America. So they're attacking all these other countries that have American consulates or American connections or embassies in these countries. Let me play some of these clips and see what information we can gather. But I will just say, Israel is, I'm telling y'all, if you're not hip, Israel and Jewish people are sick individuals. I'm just going to say it as it is. Not all of them, but the elites, the elite Jewish people, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Epsteins, all these people who have ties to, that's why you always see every president-elect in this country ends up having to go to Israel, put the yarmulke on, and salute their allegiance to the Israelite leaders of Israel. The people who stole the real Jewish people, the real Israelites, were black people from Africa. But they decided that they wanted to take power over, and now you have the Jewish people that you see now. They all got to bend the knee. Exactly. Harry Flint said, Floyd Mayweather said he stands with Israel brothers, and I've been scared ever since. That's what I'm saying. If there's these billionaires who are pledging their allegiance to Israel, it's because they want to stay a part of the Zionist culture, this Illuminati culture. If you pledge your allegiance, why do you think you saw Kanye and Young Thug and all these people who end up going and bending the knee and kissing the ring of these Zionists in Israel? It's a control thing. They run the world. They run everything.
So if you go back to 9/11 and when Wesley Clark said we're gonna invade 7 countries in 5 years, what you were talking about were the countries where those central banks were not on board to do programmable money.
Facts. We've attacked, as America, in cahoots with Israel, have attacked every country that did not have a centralized banking system, which is based around America's banking system. If you didn't have a Rothschild banking system, you were attacked for your resources and control for global dominance. China's another one. They're formulating this BRICS community, which I don't understand I don't remember what it stands for, but there's these countries that are banding together to pretty much rule out the American dollar.
And their governance structures were not on board with essentially, because of Epstein, I'll call it the Rockefeller Rothschild model. There was an effort to say, okay, we're going to basically assert control of the central banks in those countries.
Yep.
That's my interpretation. And I think one of the reasons we're seeing so much tension around Iran is because Iran right now is the big leakage in the system.
How?
So
it's not about their nukes?
No.
No, not only.
Iran's central bank counts. One of the reasons it counts is because their oil and energy is very important, including for China.
Yeah.
And that's very important in the BRICS system. What the BRICS system is trying to do is to create independent payment systems. But if you're going to come out with programmable money, with digital IDs that are interoperable globally, and programmable money that controls in each jurisdiction centrally, you can't afford leakage. And so you've got way too much leakage in the system to proceed with what they're trying to do. And Iran is, and the BRIC nations are a sticking point. And certainly Iran's oil, feeding China gives China greater independence.
So you think that one of the motives behind toppling all these governments was the creation of the control grid we're talking about now?
Right.
See, let me see what else is in this bitch.
The world's are the United States. Look what we did to Iraq. Look what we did to Libya. Libya, the most successful country in all of Africa.
Gaddafi.
The guy created the 8th wonder of the world with the way how he delivered water and turned deserts into farmland. And everybody had a house and everybody had education and health care. And we turned it into a failed state run by with open slave markets. Who did that? Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton did that, and they'll never have to pay a price for that. Barack Obama, the most they'll do is go, "Nope, that was a mistake."
Now, why did they get rid of Gaddafi?
Because he was going to start a currency of Africa just for that was going to compete with the U.S. dollar and the euro, and they can't have that because the way the United States controls the world is because the United States dollar is the reserve currency of the world. So that's why they can put sanctions on all these countries. And so what they're doing, which they shouldn't do, they're weaponizing the U.S. dollar. And so like when countries want to trade with each other, they have to go take their currency, change it into U.S. dollars so they can trade. And it was a lot of it was based on the petrodollar, which, by the way, Saudi Arabia just quit. They didn't renew it. I don't know if you heard about that.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
So, and all of a sudden, CBS News is starting to do news stories about how Saudi Arabia was involved in 9/11. All of a sudden, 24 years later, all of a sudden, oh, you know what? Turns out there was something. And they're like, you mean 2 weeks after they decided to not renew the petrodollar? Now CBS News is allowed to talk about that and investigate it, which when I talked about it, got demonetized. But anyway,
I hope they don't hit me with the demonetization.
So that's why, because Gaddafi was doing that. He was going to set up a currency for all of Africa, and it was going to be based on, have a gold standard. And so they're like, no, you're not doing that. And they made up a thing like, we got to save the people.
That's always what it is. I'm telling you, Tribe, it's always America is bullies. We base it around, oh, we got to do this for the people of this country. Let's see what this algorithm is.
Who owns your mind? Zuckerberg runs Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, Jewish. Alphabet, which owns Google and YouTube, is run by a couple of Jews. Larry Page, Sergey Brin, okay? So that's YouTube, Google, Facebook,
they control
Instagram.
Everything.
TikTok is now owned by Larry Ellison. So that's TikTok as well. Those are your social platforms. Out of the big media conglomerates, you got Disney, which is run by Bob Iger. You got NBC and Universal, which are run by Jews. You have CBS, Warner Bros., Paramount Studios, now run by David Ellison. You've got the Salem Radio Network and Brad Parscale working on behalf of Israel. You've got Fox News, Wall Street Journal under the Murdochs, they're friends of Israel. You've got Daily Wire, Prager University, Breitbart, all run by Jewish editors, Jewish owners. Are you starting to get it? Who owns your money?
Are you starting to get it?
Neither Iran or the United States want to fight each other. It's the Israelis who have been trying to pull the Iranians and the Americans into a fight.
Netanyahu's greatest dream in life is a war between the United States and Iran.
Netanyahu will drag him into the abyss. He wants this war in the Middle East come hell or high water, and it's not in their interest.
What war?
The war with Iran.
We don't want to go to war against Iran. I don't think we should be fighting wars on behalf of Israel.
Make it clear to Netanyahu that he should not be dragging America into war with Iran.
You go fight Iran. We are American people. It's not our problem.
If they start talking to you about fighting a war with Iran, you treat them like an enemy that they are.
We should not go to war in Iran on behalf of Israel.
Against the war with Iran. It's not in America's interest, and many Americans will die, and billions will be spent on a war we don't need to fight.
Everybody wants peace, except Israel.
Israel is literally the doom. They are the.
If you want to,
they will be the end all be all.
AIPAC.
They will be the end all be all of multiple countries. Exactly, Guinea. Control the media, control the narrative, control the banks, control the narrative, control the oil, control the narrative. Israel is the synagogue of Satan. They are okay with pedophilia and sacrificing kids to Baal, the devil. It goes really deep. And one of these nights, what I'll do is probably what I'll do on a Third Law stream is we'll just get on here and I'll just click through and we'll watch YouTube videos about this stuff because it's super interesting to me. I'm super aware of it mentally. It's hard for me, like I just told y'all, it's hard for me to spew it back to y'all to educate because I'm not versed in that area. I can understand it when I read it, when I watch it. But for me to spew it back to you, I don't know all the verbiage and don't really know how to deliver it back. So I'm not going to get on here and try to act like I do. But I am hip to what's going on, and I think you should be too. And just understand the basis of what's going on in this country is all a lie to the American people. It's all a lie, Everything that they're telling you, it has nothing to do with they're worried about us getting hit with a nuclear bomb, and that's why they're starting this war. None of that. None of that is actually the truth. It is Israel that wants these control and this power and this Zionistic state to put everybody in, and America is just Israel's puppet. And they run everything in America, including your presidency. That's why every president has an allegiance to Israel. And if you oppose Israel and their beliefs and what they want done, they will off you. Supposedly, that's what happened to Charlie Kirk. Supposedly, Charlie Kirk started speaking up too much against the Israeli state, and you see what happened to him. It's only so much that is done in this country. Hang on one second. There's only so much that's done in this country that is actually what they say it is. Majority of this stuff is false flag attacks, just like September 11th. Just like when you have these shootings in this country, when it's all seems it's done radicalized by Muslims, is not what's going on. Israel has been wanting to destroy the Muslims for centuries. Giddy said, I'm cooking tonight. I'm trying to do a little cooking. This is me just practicing in the oven. Practicing in the kitchen. Because like I'm telling y'all, I'm setting the record straight. I don't have all the knowledge to spew back to y'all to give y'all information and education. All I have is the surface-based stuff that I can repeat back to you. But I am aware of what's really going on in this country. I have been for probably 12 to 15 years. The food is controlled. The big pharma is controlled. Your media is controlled. This country is ran on pretty much six different corporations. Let me see if I can pull this up before we get out of this topic. They run everything, especially when it comes to media. Check this out, tribe. A lot of people have seen these type of graphs and things like that. You are 100% right. They will never reveal the hand. They will tell every lie they can to induce fear and panic. Yeah, you control the minds of the people, and you control the media and what they put on TV. Television, tell lies to your vision. You control the people. As long as you got people following and docile and robotic, like they're trying to get to digital ID, and that's why it's a police state where there's cameras and everything is invented with cameras and now, and they want everybody to have a microchip or digital ID or the mark of the beast. All that shit is real. But look at these food corporations that pretty much run every other food corporation. These are mega, let me see. And then here's media. So you have the food corporation, PepsiCo, General Mills, Kellogg's, Mars. I don't know what this U means. Johnson & Johnson, P&G, Nestle, Kraft, Coca-Cola. They control everything. So you mean to tell me if these are Jewish people that run these corporations, and they want control and dominance, and they want to pretty much control the population and how you think and feel, and make you sick and make you a patient of big pharma, that they can't affect all of these products? Then you go down to the media. In 1983, 90% of American media was owned by 50 companies. In 2011, it's owned by 6 companies: GE, News Corp, Disney, Viacom, Time Warner, and CBS. All of these things are controlled, even the banking system. JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup. They control everything. This is why I say I would love to leave this country, but it's like, damn, where would you even go at this point? You know what I'm saying? Where would you even go at this point that's safe and away from all this? And at that point, if you're away from all this, chances are you're in jeopardy of Israel and America. Shit is sick. Shit is sick. But I'm going to move on from this. Like I said, I didn't want to spend too much time on it. I just wanted to touch on the fact that we are at the verge of a world war. You got Russia, you got North Korea, you got China, who are all opposed to America being in the middle of a war with Iran. Iran is in the Middle East. They are centralized as part of the global oil trade. There is Russia that's above it, China that's east of it. You got North Korea that's even further east of it. And all of these countries are super deadly when it comes to war. Russia, North Korea, and China. Why do you think Israel is using America to back them in what they want to do in their control and dominance? They're going to get wiped off the map. And we're going to continue to be lied to over and over and over and over. But yeah, I don't want to stay on the surface. I will dive into that deeper on another episode, whether I get more information or more videos for us to watch and talk about and discuss, whether I bring it to Third Law and we watch reactionary videos based off of it over there. Shout out to all my people who care about what's really going on in the world and not just the surface base of shit that's on the internet. He say, she say, and all that back and forth. Now, we do cover that over here at Context Matters.
Context matters.
But we still like to touch on the stuff that's going on in real life. In real life. So what I'm going to do now is run into Out of Pocket. Nah, that's crazy. So we got some crazy topics that we're going to end on before we get out of here tonight. We got 3 out-of-pocket topics. I still want to talk about the Epstein files one night on Stetsen. I always keep saying that, but that's another one of those things that I don't want to just talk about the surface. I want to actually be able to dive into it. Yeah, I will, Guinea, for sure. I'm going to dive back into it. I'm going to try to accumulate links, and we'll watch them together, and we'll gather more information. I like to educate my people. You know what I mean? Get people hip and to think outside the box and not just gossip-based. But all right, I do want to talk about a couple little topics that are in that realm of just entertainment, fun things. The first thing I want to bring up, let's see. This is into that little freaky side of things. The little freaky side of things. All right, we're going to jump into it. Wait, this ain't that. This is Out of Pocket. Or is it out of pocket? You tell me, tribe. You tell me whether this is out of pocket or not. If you asking me, this is in pocket. I'm going to keep it a bean.
Context matters.
I'm going to keep it a bean. Shout out to Low Day Music Now. Shout out to everybody who's SFS Trayvon. Shout out to everybody who's tapping in on the topics that are different than the drama. I can tell I got people who really only interact in the chat when there's a topic that's outside of bullshit and they want to talk about the real. So I'm going to make sure I get into more real topics with y'all so I can keep y'all engaged. Shout out to y'all for tapping in with me. I appreciate it. All right, so this right here is kind of funny. Could be out of pocket. To me, this is in pocket. I'm going to just play the video. We go react to it.
Vegas has a love plane, and here's what happens. If you've never heard of a love plane, it's where people join the Mile High Club. The Mile High Club is where you have intercourse aboard a flying plane. You arrive at the North Las Vegas airport, or you can upgrade and get a limo to pick you up. Before boarding on the plane, you do get some safety instructions. It only takes about 5 minutes. Before getting freaky deaky, you do have to wear your seatbelt. After 5 to 10 minutes, the pilot will tell you when it's safe to take it off. The pilot has mentioned on average couples take around 5 to 10 minutes. So the rest of the time you can just relax, enjoy each other's company, and the views are so nice. After getting off the plane, you do get Vegas has a love plane, and here's what happens. If you've never heard of a love plane, it's where people join the Mile High Club. The Mile High Club is where you have intercourse aboard a flying plane. You arrive at the North Las Vegas airport, or you can upgrade and get a limo to pick you up. Before boarding on the plane, you do...
Hey, man, say, man, look, I'm all on board for this. Pun intended. I'm all on board for this. PBP says, seen this freaky shit yesterday. That's a freaky flight. Hey, look, I'm all for the Mile High Club. I feel like that's a bucket list thing that you and your significant other should do. Now, I don't know about this this gives me like 1960s porn set vibes. I ain't gonna lie to you. This gives me the set of like, it look nasty. You got these red silk sheets. Like, I would want fresh sheets every time. I mean, I guess it's no different than a hotel. But knowing that this plane is made specifically for busting cheeks, I need fresh sheets. That's one of my conditions. But I'm all for this. Why would I want some turbulence to help me get in that ass? You know what I'm saying? It's a go. I think it's expensive. And they over here talking about the average time is 5 to 10 minutes. Man, fuck that. I'm about to try to hold that nut for the whole flight. I'm trying to hold that nut for takeoff, landing, turbulence. I'm holding that nut back and we busting cheeks in all different positions. The back of this shit look nasty, I ain't gonna lie. And I ain't gonna lie either. I don't give a fuck if the pilot can watch. The pilot, you can watch. Look at this little ass space back here. I might be too tall for this. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I'm all for the freaky shit. All that for some cheeks overcompensating. I'm all for the freaky shit in freaky places. And I know they got the real Mile High Club, which is on any airline. You doing some type of freaky shit. Getting a hand job. Getting some head below the blanket. Going into the lavatories or the bathrooms. The cabin pressure gonna be a problem for me. It ain't gonna be no problem for me because the cabin pressure gonna give me that pressure. I'm all for it. I'm all for this little freaky shit right here. I'm not all for the cost. I mean, you get a private flight, you gotta take in the views and all that. I'm not trying to take in the views. I could care less about that. I'm all for this. I'm all Soul Plane Edition. I'm all for this, man. Sign me up for the Love Cloud. Vegas is a freaky ass city, tribe. They got all the freaky shit going on in Vegas. So if you want to test out your freak, take your ass to Vegas and sign up for the Love Cloud. Would y'all do it? I ain't gonna lie. Tell me, would y'all do the Love Cloud? Let me know if you get in the Love Cloud and joining the Mile High Club. Because it interests me. I don't know if I'm just a nigga, shit, little freaky nigga, whatever it is. But I'm all for that. Get in there and have a little, you know what I mean? A little orgy. Something nice. Look, Miss Moneybags putting the eyes. She looking like, let's go to Vegas. Freaky ass. Freaky ass. She all for it. I'm all for it. Context for show matters in that bitch. All right, that's all I want to touch on in that. I seen it. I'm like, oh, they offering freak services in the air? Check. Imagine Uber implementing this service like a car, like just fucking in the back of cars. That's normal. If you ain't had sex in the car, you ain't living life. That's normal. That's normal shit. But all right, let's get into it. I got 2 more topics for the night before I go get me some food. I appreciate everybody who is tapped in with me on this good Monday night. This ain't my night.
You are now watching Context Matters.
Y'all know this ain't my night, but I decided to go live to hold my promise. I'm going Context Matters every week, once a week at least. I missed Sunday, but I decided to pop out tonight, and I'm glad I did. Ooh, I got special requests. You trying to get to the love plane. I'm getting breakfast for dinner. I got white chocolate chips or butterscotch chips in my pancakes. Ooh, let's go with butterscotch in them joints. Let's do some butterscotch pancakes. Ooh, shout out to Miss Moneybag.
Context matters.
Shout out to Seven for tuning in. She ain't been in here all night because she probably jumping around from stream to stream. But it is what it is. It's all good. This ain't my night, so if y'all just tuned in with me at all, I appreciate you. If you tuning in late, just make sure you run the episode back, leave some comments. Make sure y'all drop a like on the video. All right, so I've been wanting to talk about this. I seen this a couple days ago. I don't know, was it last week sometime? This to me is under the out-of-pocket category for tonight for a reason. I don't care how bad you are, how pretty you are. Having financial standards as your reason for who you date and who you mess with and who you sleep with is out of fucking pocket. Out of pocket. These bitches done lost their goddamn marbles when it comes to what they feel like is a necessity to mess with somebody. I don't know what it is. I don't understand why this day and age financial status is what women look for physical connection. Physical connection. Let's hear what Aisha Diaz says. Legendary woman in the music video industry, model industry, beautiful woman, but standards are through the roof for no reason, and it's ridiculous. And I haven't watched this yet. I just seen the highlights of what people are talking about, and we're going to watch it, and I'm going to give you my honest reaction. Because I'm telling you right alone off the caption, Aisha Diaz is setting a standard and not lowering it. She says if you want to be with her, you got to keep up her lifestyle and reviews. She needs around $45,000 to $50,000 a month. This is out of pocket. Let's play it.
Be back, and I mean, I'm gonna have to be looking out after you.
What about love? What does that mean? Financially, what does that mean, though? What does that mean? What does that mean on a monthly? What does that mean? Roughly.
Numbers?
She for sure a bad one, but you can't just because
50?
you pretty.
$50,000 a month. So you need $50,000 a month.
Have these standards.
What is true? I can give you the paperwork right now.
No,
Listen.
no, I'm not saying that you're not getting it. But hold on, you got a contract?
Listen.
You signed contract? They signed contracts?
But listen, if you allow me, let's say my partner doesn't allow me to work, I am gonna look at you and say, are you paying all my bills? Because in order for me to sit down, somebody have to pay all my bills. And not just my bills. I need extra money because you can't give me my bill money and then I'm left with nothing. Yeah, I need money to save too.
And you're flat. Yep.
And that's honestly, that's what really becomes expensive because my bills alone are already really high.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit more because
if your bills are high, you set the standard of your bills based off of getting money off niggas. I know she's a bottle girl on the East Coast and they make a lot of money, especially when you're attractive. But you have lost your motherfucking mind to say you need $45,000 to $50,000 a month. Like, I'm all for cherishing your girl, taking care of needs, paying bills, pampering them. But if you're living to the lifestyle of that your bills are this high and you expect this amount of money, you're basing this not off of what you've already accomplished. You're basing this off of what you've been given. So you have a high mortgage and high car notes and high luxuries that you spend on based off of what you've already been given by another man. So you're passing off your lifestyle to the next man just because you're used to what another man gave you. It don't work like that, shorty.
not just for hair and nails and stuff, but I need a little bit more because I need to be able to save and I need a backup. Because after
if you need, look, bro, I'm gonna keep stopping this because this is ridiculous. If you were talking about you need more money to save, then when you were making all this $45,000 and $50,000 on these past months from these niggas, why weren't you saving that money then? These bitches want luxury handed to them because they're attractive. Now, if there's a man that you're interested in and he decides to want to take care of you financially and set you up comfortably, that's one thing. But then to now have this as a standard for any man that you're dating going forward, if that's the case and you felt like this, why didn't you just stay with the niggas who was taking care of you? Shit is crazy to me.
Break up or anything happens in between me and you, I need...
Exactly, D-Money. He said, let me get this straight. I should work hard to give you my money. Laughing my ass off. I don't understand that. If I'm giving you my money for working hard, what are you doing with the money? Are you investing it for us? Are you taking care of the household? Are you paying all of our bills? Are you paying my bills too with the money? Am I giving you this amount of money so that you can set up a future for us? Or are you just taking this money? And then a lot of times these girls be having this ideology of, I'm going to still work and use my money for my money, and I'm going to use his money for my bills. Bitch, what is wrong with society? This is social media mentality. This type of mentality didn't exist 10, 15 years ago. These girls feel like they have pretty privilege. I know it's a thing, but to act like you are demanding of $50,000 a month from a man just for them to take you serious, and you live on these financial standards, and you will only mess with a certain type of man if they make a certain type of money, you're automatically, that's why I don't care when these bitches be hurt, beat up, mistreated, cheated on, because you're limiting your future with a man based off of how much money they make. So if you want this type of money every month, so you mean to tell me that you want a man that makes $700,000, makes over $1 million a year, gives you $50,000 a month. That's $600,000 a year that you want given to you just to be his counterpart. You are automatically knocking off your selection of men down to, you're taking 98% of men off of your selection plate. So why do women like this then always end up the ones that are single, or always complaining about their man, or being cheated on, or, you know what I'm saying? Like just being single.
Security until I can find, not another job, but you know what I mean? So I can get back into what I used to do before. I don't require my man to do it. Do I expect it? Yes. Mm-hmm. Does he have to? No. But you can't ask me not to work if you're not willing to handle and take care of all my bills.
Now that's understandable.
And plus.
When you say paperwork, what were you referring to? You have a contract that you make them sign?
No, meaning like I can show you guys like how high my bills are. Yeah. It sounds like a really crazy number, honestly, but it's not just my house where I live at. You know, I have other properties. They got to get paid. You know, sometimes they need a new air conditioner, a new boiler, a filter. And I consider those bills because no matter what, I have to pay for them. Not just for hair and nails and stuff, but I need a little bit more because I need to be able to save, and I need a backup because after we break up or anything happens in between me and you, I need security. And so yeah, you pay my house here, but how about my responsibility everywhere else? When they come, you know.
What responsibilities do you have that require that amount? Like, even some of the richest people in the world don't need $50,000 to survive or to function in this community. Not even some of the richest people in the world have bills that high. You just giving these bitches a bad name, shorty.
I have to make sure you're okay with handling that too.
Well, also, like I said, I mean, I know you, so I know you're not just saying that. Like you've actually,
it's real shit. Yeah,
this is real for you. My question is, what does the man get for that investment? If I'm investing,
oh, good question, Shad.
$50,000 a month into you, right? What do I get out of that?
I'm not asking you to invest.
No. I'm just saying. Just like,
I mean, whatever he wants. If you're asking me not to work,
so I get you. The benefit is that you're not working. That's the benefit that I get.
I mean, the benefit, I'm not working. I'm home. I'm being peaceful. I'm making sure everything's good at the house. I'm cleaning. I'm cooking, and you know, whatever you require. Okay. I'm a pleaser, so I'm gonna make sure my man gets whatever he wants.
So you literally just took it into the most basic things in the world. I'm a cook, I'm a clean, I'm a take care of the house, and I'm a pleaser. So you mean to tell me that you have no value other than being attractive and doing your household womanly duties? These bitches have bird brains. I'm being peaceful is crazy. You're being paid to act a certain way.
But at the same time, you have to make sure I'm happy. And if you're asking certain things of me, you got to make sure. So yeah, you pay sure that you can back it up and take care of that too.
And truth be told, most men are doing this at some level, whether it's
living. It doesn't have to be that number, but you have to. You can't ask your wife to not work and just sit home and do, absolutely nothing. And then when she asks you for something simple as, hey, can I have some money for my hair and nails? You're tripping.
Fellas, I never want.
What's up with this not asking your woman to work? So she already has the mentality, if she doesn't want to work, she wants to be pampered and taken care of. Man, look, this was her response, and we gonna move on from this because these bitches right here make my motherfucking head hurt. They make my goddamn head hurt. She's gorgeous nonetheless, but that doesn't justify that type of money. It don't justify it. I don't care how bad you are. And you know what? It's to me, it's honestly deeper than the money. It's deeper than the money to me. To me, the problem is the mentality. Because if you acting like this with me, you was acting like this with every other nigga. Every other nigga you acting like this with, you been had this same mentality. Oh, I'm a pleaser. So every nigga that was taking care of you prior, you had this same mentality with. So why are you still not with them? Obviously, there's something wrong with you. If you look like this and you have these requirements and this is what you do when you at home, you're not giving enough if you're not with these people no more.
And this is a listen to my podcast. A lot of you guys are not listening. You're only hearing the number, but you're really not listening. And like I said on the podcast, what we find normal, the nighttime girls, might not be normal for you. But for us, it's regular seeing $50,000, $60,000. It is a regular thing for us. Now for you, might be $2,000, $5,000, or maybe you see that type of money in a year. Listen, the tax bracket that I'm on, it's not for everybody.
But it's not your tax bracket, bitch. This is what I'm talking about. It's not your tax bracket. You are in this tax bracket because of what somebody else has given you. If you're no longer with that person and you're putting yourself out there saying, this is my tax bracket, you're not in that tax bracket no more because this person is not taking care of you. The entitlement is crazy.
My bills, not everybody has those bills. And I know people, girls actually, that have bigger bills than me. So if their man required them to sit down, I think that it's only fair to get double. What am I gonna do if you pay my bills and my bills only? Where's my...
Sit your ass in the house and wait for me to spend the money on you? What am I giving you extra money for so that when I'm doing what I'm doing and out working, you can just go shop? Just be real, bitch. You are acting materialistic. It don't cost that much for hair, nails, makeup, and fucking your little pampering. Exactly, Logo Secret. I was cool with Bow around the time when he was messing with Aisha. It's like these bitches pick and choose when they want to be big-headed. This is my tax bracket. This is what I'm familiar with. Well, bitch, why are you still not with that man? Why are you still not with the man who was giving you this $50,000, doubling your bills? And if that's the case, why are you living with such high expenses every month that $25,000 is your bills and you need $25,000 to do what with? Play with? Are you investing for the man? Are you out being a entrepreneur? Are you opening businesses? Are you investing in real estate? Are you waking up in the morning investing in crypto and in the stock market? Are you doing trades? What are you doing besides driving around in an expensive car with an expensive mortgage? What are your bills every month? You live in Miami. You drive a nice car. Your car is a couple thousand a month probably. Your rent is $5,000 a month probably. $8,000 a month probably. What are your bills so high for? And if that's the case, if you're no longer with the men who had you put up like this, why are you still trying to live like that? Now you sack chasing a nigga with a bag. So you look like a gold digging groupie. Nigga said rent a pussy. PPP said she giving me a headache.
My emergency money. What if something happens to you? Okay, so I gotta...
If something happens to me, bitch, I got the money. Now, clearly you asking me for it. I know she did not just say that. What if something happens to you?
My friend, and this is a listen to my podcast. A lot of you guys are not listening. You're only hearing the number, but you're really not listening. And like I said on the podcast...
There's a million bitches that look like her. She's pretty, but there's a million of them that look like her. So You just banking on the fact that you a pretty pleaser? Man, get your bimbo airheaded ass up out of here, bruh.
What we find normal, the nighttime girls, might not be.
And you work in a strip club. When you work in a strip club. You base your money off flirting with niggas for tips. You're a bottle girl. You half naked with your whole ass out. We gonna find this is literally prostitution. I'm gonna show y'all her page. This bitch had the nerve to say, what if something happens to you? So you need my money to take care of me if something happens to me. Bitch, I got my own money.
Okay, regardless of the number, if it's 50, 20, 10, $500. If you want your girl to stop working, you need to give her double her bills. Because emergency happens, you guys want to get up and leave us with nothing. And
there it is, right there. There it is.
Context matters.
Y'all want to get up and leave us with nothing. So you are trying to optimize and set up your future off of another man's dollar so that if or when the situation comes and he leaves you, that you're already financially stable. So pretty much what she's doing is she's robbing these niggas. Everybody she's been with in the past that's given her this lifestyle, she's robbing them so that she's set up if or when they break up. If you're doing so good at home, you're bringing all this peace, you're a pleaser, you're cooking and cleaning and doing all this stuff that you say you're doing, why would the man ever have the reason to leave you? Clearly, you're a fucking airhead. Gold digger, 100%, bruh.
guess what? Those bills still stand, and they're still waiting on us. And here we are jobless, haven't worked in years or months, and we have to start from scratch. So there's nothing wrong for a woman to want a safety net. And the safety net should be double what your bills are. I don't want to be living month to month. And if something happens to you, then I'm effed. And guess what? Oh, you should have some money saved up. Okay, how am I going to have money saved up if you only give me enough just to pay?
You've been extorting niggas all this time. Why are you not living off the other nigga that you just came from's money? If you really with me for love, you're not coming in with these type of stipulations. If this is what's offered to you, that's different. But to come in with these stipulations under the impression that this is what's mandatory to be with you, man, get your stupid ass out of here. I'm fucking and kicking you straight to the curb. I'm finna get my one nut off. I'm gonna fuck with you for a month or two, whatever it is, and you finna get a fuck up out the paint. Bitch, you are literally saying you are prostituting and saying you need money to save up for when you leave him that you got money to be with the next nigga. Bitch, oh my God.
Need the bills. Where is it going to come from if I'm not working, if I can't work because you require it? Anyways, the conversation is that. Double my... Okay, regardless of the number, if it's 50, 20... Anyways, before making opinions and assumptions and going with the headlines, I suggest that you go to Earn Your Leisure and actually watch the podcast. And then we're going to do a follow-up and explain certain things. Do the math.
What more can you explain and do math on than what you just did?
The women on here are getting it because we go through it, but the men are only hearing $50,000, $50,000.
No, that's not what we're hearing. It's your mindset. It has nothing to do with the number. Like you said, it could be $400 or $500. It's the mindset of what you are demanding when you are in a relationship with somebody that y'all are supposed to be equally yoked. Yes, the man can make more money and pay more bills. I pay majority of all the bills in the household, and I'm not rich. I didn't tell my girl to not work. None of that. But you think she's not going to help out, or she's going to have a number of an allowance that I need to give her every month just so she can be with me? No, that's not real love. You are literally doing this for this safety net that you say is going to keep you okay if or when y'all break up. Why is that even in your mind? So we don't want to hear nothing else from you, Aisha Diaz, about trying to explain this and break it down. We don't care about your follow-up. We don't care about the attention you getting from this. You for a while were with some rich soccer player, nigga, that you're no longer with. Why didn't you capitalize on the bag there? Why are you not going into the relationship? You so rich from all these other dudes. Why are you not with a man trying to build him up? You done made $40,000, $50,000 a month from these other niggas, and you pay a half of your bills, and the rest is supposed to be in your savings and investment. So why are you not willing to be equally yoked in these relationships? Why? Where is the side that you give? Oh, because he doesn't want me to work. No, of course he's not going to want you to work. You don't have a regular modest job. You are a bottle girl half naked in the strip club where your job is to entertain and flirt with niggas all night long. Not a lot of men are secure with that. So what man is going to be like, yeah, babe, go ahead and do that. Show your ass all night long and just flirt with niggas and try to get big chunks of money out of guys in the club and risk your life and your safety and your security by being half naked behind a bar pouring liquor. You don't have a modest job. I guarantee these niggas wouldn't tell you to stop working if you was a corporate banker or if you was working in the HR department of some Fortune 500 company. Nigga ain't gonna tell you to quit if you dressing up like this to go to work. He's telling you to quit because he's insecure. He doesn't want you to be available to other men for you to have these gold digger mentalities. I could trust my girl to go be a bar girl right now. She could go be a bartender right now. She could go work at a strip club right now as a bartender, and I would trust her. But that's the difference. These niggas that fuck with you or fuck with people like this understand your mentality and know you're looking for the next financial come up. So of course a nigga not gonna want you to work. But we not basing this off of, oh, he don't want me to work, so give me $50,000 a month. Man, bitch, you have lost your mind. You're single with no kids. What you mean stay at home mom? Stay at home wife. Most men are gonna appreciate their woman being attentive and wanting to better themselves, better their career, be an investor. Do some bitch, go get a real estate portfolio. I'll help you that. I'm not gonna give you $50,000 a month. I'm gonna just buy you some real estate for you to manage and oversee, and you take care of the tenants, and you go look at the properties, and you sell homes, and you, bitch, do something. Y'all done lost y'all fucking marbles.
Amount of, what I'm asking for me. It's just the principle, honestly. Maybe the next girl might be 10, 5,000, 2,000, $1,200 a month. But for me, my requirements are my requirements. And my overhead is very high.
So go make that fucking money yourself. Dog, this bitch.
And just sit and just watch it grow. I just can't. And live month to month, yes. Anyways, before making a penny.
I don't know your
shout out to my nigga Bow Wow. My nigga said she was
on?
free to meet dead homies, and he's not lying. I was around kicking it with Bow Wow at the time. He was fucking with Aisha Diaz, and he wasn't spending no money a month. He might have bought a bag or two or did something like some little shopping or something on the low. But my nigga was not paying you no fucking chunks of money. Bitch, I will pay. If that's the case, he will pay your bills and he will splurge on you. Nigga that gives you an allowance every month, unless he's never present, unless he works overseas or he's not around and you have to survive without him. No, any man who gives you an allowance is a simp ass nigga. Straight up. Straight up. And ain't never had no real pussy, ain't never had no bitches. That shit done got me hot. That shit done got me hot. You know what else that got me hot that I'm about to pull up and then we're going to get out of here? Shout out to everybody who's still tuned in. 45 people kicking it with me. There's a lot of people streaming tonight. Shout out to my boy Mac Wap. I'm going to call him before I get off of here and see what he over there talking about. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in. Drop that like one time if you just now checking in. You know we like to have them good conversations over here, not all gossip. We like to give real feedback and real opinions. So if you're enjoying yourself on Context Matters on this rare Monday night, make sure you let me know in the comments. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Double back, watch the video. Double back, watch the clips. Go to my YouTube page and just watch all the content I've been putting out. I will be popping out later this week on my reaction stream. We might do it a little different. I got a Get Creative stream I want to do with y'all. I want to carve a rug while I'm sitting here talking to y'all, just kicking it. So we're going to start doing a lot of different things. If you're enjoying yourself, make sure you let it be known, because I sure am enjoying y'all presence. But since we talking about out-of-pocket shit, we're going to stay with one last out-of-pocket topic of this nigga right here who has the nerve to speak on anything regarding hip-hop. Oops, right here. Right here, we're going to stay in the out-of-pocket topic where we have Lil Yachty speaking on going back, doing research on old hip-hop, saying Rappers Delight was weak as hell and nobody should be talking about his raps. This is ridiculous, but we're going to let it play, and I'm going to give y'all my feedback, and we're going to get up out of here. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. Thank you for staying tuned in, and let's get into this last topic.
All of it. No, you're right. There's some stuff out there that, but it's so crazy. I remember in 2016, before I did my research, I didn't know this. If it was 2016 and I knew it was so much bullshit in the 90s, I'd be like, yo, y'all fucking tripping. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of weak ass shit going on out there. And just to be, and matter of fact, actually, you know what's so crazy to me? I think about all the time, I always think about the first song in hip hop. I hope this don't frighten me. It probably will. And I always think about a hip, a hop, a hip.
Rappers Delight.
Boom, da boom, da take a bang. You know what I'm saying? And I be thinking like, damn, bro, y'all be really acting like we just got down, like we got down, just couldn't, like we was the only niggas saying some shit that didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was hipping and hopping in. And I'm like, come on, bro, that shit was weak as hell, bro. Like, niggas be acting like, no, bro, come on. Yeah, I do.
I'm mad. First of all, I'm mad I'm even giving this goofball ass, disrespected hip hop ass nigga this much time to talk. I'm going to keep it a bean with y'all. I'm mad I am. But I'm going to let him finish getting it off, and then I'm going to get in his motherfucking ass. Pause.
I see my brother to the store, and I went in the grocery store with it. Come on, bro. Yeah, I can like that shit wasn't weak. That shit, not all of it. No, you're right. There's some stuff out there. I can like that shit wasn't weak. That shit was dumb weak, bro. But niggas be acting like we was the only ones that made some crazy shit. I think I agree with you. I do think that there was more intention, probably, right? You had more. You had a DMX, and you had a Busta Rhymes, and you had a Tupac, and you had all these
Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, all these. Yeah, of course, and you know, yes, all you had all these Prodigy and Mobb Deep. So you did have. There was a lot more. You know what I will say? I think that hip hop lost its. Like it's what's the word for like just like the way there was division. Like if you was from the West, you sounded like it. If you was from the North, you sounded like it.
Yeah, I think the region. I feel like the internet removed.
I guess distinctiveness.
Yeah, and there was also I feel like a lot more subgenres back in the day because we'd be like, because back in the day you would.
I can like that shit wasn't weak. That shit was.
All right. Where do I even start with this guy? So. First thing I'm going to touch on is the fact that he wanted to bring up Rappers Delight from the Sugar Hill Gang, which is a song that came out in 1979 at the beginning of the inception of what hip-hop even really was Rappers Delight. And he needs to get the lyrics right if he wants to even be considered as anybody who's respectable in hip-hop. But you don't have any comparison, Lil Yachty, to anything and anybody and anything in hip-hop of any relevance. Your music has always been trash. Your lyrics have been trash. Your delivery is trash. The way you rap, your sound is trash. So for you to compare what you was doing in 2015 in rap, comparison to something from 35 years prior where it was the beginning, no evolution, the production was boom bap, it was simple, it was based off of uplifting the community and giving you a storytelling in rap, and you come in and deliver this bullshit music that you put out. I don't think I've ever heard many rappers worse than Lil Yachty. I'm going to keep it a bean. He ain't say nothing too bad. He was very disrespectful because he got so much flack when he came out of being a horrible rapper that he's now in his feelings about it to the point where he's going to diss Sugar Hill Gang and diss classic rap from the 90s in which it was based around uplifting the community and storytelling and cadence and delivery, and with the shit that he comes out and do, the Walk in Poland and all these weak ass songs that this man has put out, and he's got the nerve to talk about anything in hip hop. He literally has been one of the people, he's like in the category with like Lil Pumps and shit. Like nobody looks at Lil Yachty as a respectable, commendable rapper whatsoever. I don't care who you are. I don't give a fuck if you Drake and you fuck with him. None. He fuck with his personality. He don't fuck with his talent and his skills. Because this nigga is trash as fuck. And the genre and the era of hip-hop back then was in its development stage. For you to be 35 years into hip-hop and think what you were doing was okay because of what rap sounded like in the boom bap era, you have lost your motherfucking mind, Lil Yachty. You have lost your goddamn marbles. That you can disrespect hip-hop just because people disrespected you for being a part of hip-hop and doing the shit that you was doing. There's nobody in their right mind that would ever put Lil Yachty in the top 100 category of anything in hip-hop. And he got the nerve to talk about something from the era of when hip-hop first started. That shit is crazy to me. Crazy as hell to me. And it's like, hip-hop was based on delivery, cadence, being able to ride a beat, being able to storytell, and he does none of that. That's why you were criticized, bro. That's why you were talked about as being one of the worst rappers ever. Like, because you don't have any skill set. You one of them rappers who come out and decide that you just want to rap because it looks cool, not because it's the betterment of your life or your family's life or nothing like that. It just looks cool to niggas like this. That's why I can't take... That's why, like, I've seen somewhere they say, like, as you get older, you listen to less and less music because it's just so, like, whitewashed. It's so, like, dumbed down to the point where when you grow and you mature mentally and based off the hip-hop that we came from in the 90s and the early 2000s, man, that shit is so garbage. And I'm mad I'm even talking about this nigga. I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm a fucking move on from this. But I just had to pull this up because it's an out-of-pocket topic. And for somebody like Lil Yachty, who has no fucking dog in the fight to talk about anything in hip-hop, you gonna get on and diss. Did y'all see Lil Yachty's freestyle that he just did on... matter of fact, we're gonna pull that up and we're gonna go out on this. Just because it's that bad. He was just on LA Leakers, I think it was. Yep. Here you go right here. Not only is the nigga reading off his phone, I need to find a better video. Fuck it, I'll use this one just for the sake of getting up out of here. This is what we dealing with Lil Yachty.
Things going on. I really got time to keep this shot down and shot the phone, but it's still from the heart.
All right, I'm with it then.
Let's sit on the ones and twos.
I'm with it then.
$1 million worth of didn't work in my mouth, so listen when I speak.
Style series, let's get
hey, man. You and they got 100 things going on and really got time to keep this shot down and shot the phone, but it's still from the heart.
All right, I'm with it then.
Let's sit on the ones and twos.
I'm with it then.
$1 million worth of didn't work in my mouth, so listen when I speak.
Let's do it, bud.
15 West, I'm moving like a southern cracker. Folks around my name like I'm the one going against the pastor. I get you on some clicks, but what's the deal? What is your after? Cup super dark, just like my last name, Caster. I ain't never lied, I spoke the truth, please shit on absent. I can tell you're faking all the way down from your accent. Drugs killed the kids, I'm too convinced it was an accident. Cause any nigga with a liquor sense on how to try this shit. Rolls Royce so big, feel like I damn near fly that shit. If I dream about the whip, when I wake up, I'ma buy that bitch. I don't want no point.
This the kind of music that Vinny listened to, y'all. This the kind of music that Vinny like. Niggas offbeat, no cadence, no style. Just try to sound like they're lyrical and they be trash as fuck. I'm glad it muted it. I should have left it muted.
The bitch, bad breaker, fucker, salt shaker like a video game tester with some real players. Too tied in like big shoes, I could call the mayor. Comment boxing never been my thing. I get real paper, I ride with some street slayers, block supers, not peacemakers. 3D Santa, he the non-scripted real undertaker. They hate me, but it's nothing major. Can't care for one, life is greater. I ain't too, do not like the flu. I love all the haters.
Yes, sir.
Just Incredible just said, yes, sir. Fucking terrible, tribe. Fucking terrible. This nigga talking about his favorite rapper is Lil B. I can tell. Because Lil B is just as trash. Just as trash. Man, I'm telling you, bro, that shit is fucking horrible. Lil B is, talk about look up Lil B. Nigga, I was out before Lil B. Lil B is fucking horrible. Lil B is terrible. Lil Yachty is terrible. Lil Pump is terrible. All them niggas is in the same category. What the fuck? Man, no flocking, shut your ass up. Lil B is one of the worst rappers ever. Nobody listening to that shit. Nigga, I come from an era of lyricism and raps, real raps. Ain't nobody listening to that goofy shit. All that shit is out of pocket. I'll tell you that. But all right, man, I got on this bitch tonight. I did 3 hours, and I didn't even plan on it. Tonight was supposed to be a quick spin, in the words of Keem. But it's a Monday night, and I did what I did. I enjoyed myself. Shout out to y'all for... Let me see. Shout out to y'all for tuning in. Your presence has been appreciated tonight. Hold on, let me do my, you know what I mean, my 1 2, my 1 2. My 1 2, my 1 2. My 1 2, my 1 2. Yes, sirski. Shout out to everybody who tuned in to Context Matters episode 38 on this special night, this Monday night. I apologize for everybody who watches on Sunday, but hey, I made sure I came up and I did my thing for 3 hours just so y'all know we staying consistent with what we doing when we do it. I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. Up next will be episode 39 of Context Matters. We getting up there. We getting up there in the ranks. We got Third Law coming back on Wednesday. I don't know how I'm gonna do Third Law tonight, Wednesday, but I got some ideas. I will be back with Third Law though this week. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it, tribe. I'm not gonna keep y'all hanging with this long outro. I'm about to go eat. I smell it downstairs. My stomach is growling. I hope y'all enjoyed the stream tonight. Again, no pressure to see some of these, but if y'all got topics y'all want to talk about, make sure y'all let me know. DM me on Instagram. DM me on Stet 2.0 at Context Matters Pod. Whatever you feel is best. Reach out to your boy and let me know what we should talk about. Let me know what we should talk about. I'm an old nigga. I don't always be hip. You know what I'm saying? But I enjoyed myself. Thank y'all for tuning in. And I will catch y'all Wednesday and Sunday. And maybe a special day. Context Matters, episode 38. Much love. Holla. Oh, wait, where'd it go? I didn't even put my intro. There we go.